Y'all, it's your girl, Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? And just like that, I'm back. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for coming on this good Tuesday evening. Y'all, it's your girl, Shayreneeonline, online, and we are back to talk about the things, okay? We are going to catch up on all the things. So sit tight. It's a little late, but if you on vacation from work like me, okay, you got a little time to chill out with your girl this evening, okay? Maybe not, all right? But y'all, listen, let me tell y'all what I've been doing, okay? Just tell y'all what I've been doing. So I have been off work for the last week. So I was off since last Monday. And, typical, I think I'm off, but I'm really not. And I'm still doing stuff for work. I'm running around. My kid is out of school, so I'm doing things with him. And it's Christmas time. Merry Christmas, y'all. Thank y'all so much for y'all Christmas holiday wishes. I had an amazing Christmas. I hope you all did the same, okay? My son, Christmas, when you get older, you don't get gifts anymore, okay? I'm old and tired, and, the gifts ain't for me no more, okay? They for my son. So I'm one of those people. He likes to open up the wrapping paper. I'm more of a lay it out real nice on the couch and you come out and see all your stuff. That's what my parents used to do. Plus, it was 3 of us. So I can imagine my mama ain't want to do all that shit. Okay. So anyway, Christmas was amazing. He got every single thing on his list. It was amazing. It was a time. A time was had. All right. But y'all, story time before we get into the people and the things. I'm going to say hello to my peoples because y'all, I've been all over the place, okay? Demi Bell is in the building. What's up, Demi Bell? She says, good evening, Shay and chat. What's up? Demi Bell is one of my mods. She's also one of my members. So shout out to you, Demi. All right. D is my girl. Okay. D is in the building. Also one of my members. She says, hey, Shay, glad to see you this holiday season. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Y'all, and let me say this because D, you put the nail on the head. This whole break, y'all, let me tell y'all, I said, I am going to treat this like I do YouTube every day. I'm going to get on here. I'm going to do the things. Didn't work. Okay. Let me tell y'all how hard doing YouTube and living your life is. All right. Kudos to the people that do this and have full-time jobs. They're momming, they're running businesses, they're doing all the things, and they're still able to get on here and do 2 and 3 videos a day. Okay. I'm going to go ahead in 2025, make a confession. Okay. It is difficult. It's difficult. All right. I say that I want to do a video a day, 2 videos a day, and it just simply doesn't make the priority list for the day with all the things I have to do with my kid, for my family, for my very demanding job, for my business, making juices, for my step class, creating routines, my health and wellness, working out, my full-time damn job. It's a lot. But what I said to myself, 2026, okay, we are going to do 2 videos a day, at least 4 days out of the week. That's even if I have to pre-record one of those videos. I can do that. The pre-recorded videos I can do. I just feel, I'm gonna admit to y'all, I feel bad when I do pre-recorded videos because I feel like y'all want to see me, and also I want to interact with y'all. Like I can do a shit ton of videos in my bed where y'all don't see my face and I'm talking to y'all. I can do that because a girl is going to get a nap. Okay, I am going to lay down, but I can talk to y'all, but I just won't be on camera. So I told myself, if I do a video a day, that's how it's gonna have to be, and I'm gonna have to be okay with, oh, they don't see me, right? Does that make sense? And let me know in the comments if it really bother y'all if y'all don't see me all the time. Y'all know what I look like. I done been on camera. Y'all got proof. I'll come on here for proof of life. Once in a while with my face. Demi Bell 5123 says back to back customers in the morning. I know that's right. Might not be here long. Wanted to stop in and say hello. I'm so glad that you came on, Demi. That's okay. You could just listen to the replay tomorrow, sis, because it's New Year's Eve. Okay, I know them people coming in there to get that head done. Okay, they trying to hang out with the latest and the greatest from Demi. D speaking to Demi. Demi is speaking back. Carolina Girl 28 says, hey, Shay, Renee, and Chad. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. I did, and I'm so glad. I hope you did too. Demi Bell says, come on here. Come on to Dallas and let me lock that hair up. Listen. Oh, do I want to say this on camera? Demi, I am actually coming to Texas this weekend. Now, I won't have time to get my hair locked up. I wish I did, but I'm coming down there. A good friend of mine, she's turning 40. So I'm coming down there to celebrate her 40th birthday. So I will be in Dallas, Texas, to be exact, on Saturday. Okay. It's going to be a quick turnaround trip, but we're going to be doing all the, hood rat shit with my friends all weekend. Okay. But yes, I will be in the area, but I'm going to have to make me a special trip because I am really thinking about going ahead and locking it up. Because, child, this hair been under a hat. Okay. For the last 3-4 days. Because, child, I ain't got time. It was twisted up and in a hat. Ain't wanting to deal with it. Demi Bell says, good evening, Carolina Girl 28. Linnell Seiler is in the building. She says, hi. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Chris on keys. Ooh. Likes that name. Chris on keys says, hey, Shay and Chad, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yes, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. All the holidays, okay? All the holidays. Happy holidays to everybody, whatever you celebrate, okay? Hello, Shay and Chad. Tanisha Breedlove. I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you so much for hopping on, sis. D says, when my daughter was younger, Santa didn't wrap gifts. I know that's right, child, because it'd be too much stuff. It's too much stuff, child. My son got a whole new wardrobe, 4 pair of shoes, child, toys, and oh my, it's too much. Demi Bell says, I didn't wrap gifts up either. D, heck, I will give them gifts at the beginning of the Christmas school break so they could play with their toys the entire break. I know that's right. Okay. Listen, my girl Betty McWilliams is in the building. Hey, what's up, Betty? How you bees? She says, happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Okay, happy Tuesday. All right, we enjoy your content on screen or off. Oh, thank you, Demi. I appreciate that. Well, you know what? I am going to get out of my own way and just do it. Okay. Demi says, oh my God, I would love to see you if possible. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to you via DM and see I'm gonna tell you where I'm going. And I'll see if we can make that happen. Okay. Sweet Pea 72. My good sis is in the building. What's up, Sweet Pea? She says, hey, Shay and Chat. What's up? Sweet Pea is one of my moderators, and she's also a member, and she my friend in real life in person. Okay. What's up, sis? She said, Carolina Girl says, hey, Demi Bill. All right, y'all. So quick story time. Let me tell y'all what happened to me today. It's just been, again, over this break, you would think that because I'm off work, my full-time job that takes up the most of my life, you would think that I had a whole lot of spare time to be doing something. I don't. Okay. Haven't. So last week, child, I go to Sam's Club. I'm getting all the things to make. I'm gonna make us a little pot pie for Christmas Eve, child. do a dessert, all this little stuff. I'm thinking I'm about to be doing all the things, okay, for Christmas Eve dinner. So I'm in Sam's Club parking lot. Now, my car, if you leave the key inside the car, most new cars, my cars are 2023. So when you put the key in the car, right, it's not supposed to lock if you leave the key in the car. Hold on, my girl Betty is saying something. She says, I placed my order for elderberry syrup on 21st to have for New Year. Oh, no. Daggone it, Betty. Because I am backed up. And your order actually, there was something in your order that I'm waiting on to come in. It was the sea moss. So, child, and that's a whole nother story right there too. I'm gonna have to get me another sea moss vendor because I done called this man. So I'll let y'all in real quick since Betty is here. Shout out to you, Betty. I will get it out to you. So I have a first, second, and third vendor because you always got to have other vendors. So I usually order my sea moss from St. Lucian sea moss company, right? Place the order. Usually I don't have any issues. Place the order on December 5th so that I order 10 pounds of it at a time so I don't run out. So it takes me at least like 2-3 months to run out because I'm always making sea moss gel orders. That's like one of my top sellers and my juice. So I placed the order on the 5th of December. I'm calling, emailing. They have a phone number you can text. Nobody's responding to tell me when my order is coming because I don't have any more sea moss. I need to make the sea moss orders. So I've now placed an order for more sea moss, but I've spent a lot of money on this order. It costs like $500 plus to get that much sea moss at a time. So anyway, nobody has responded. So needless to say, I'm going to have to request my money back or call it fraud on my credit card so I can get my damn money, because what you're not about to do is I done ordered something and you're not even communicating. At least tell me, hey, we're backed up because of the holiday, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to get it by the 16th, but it's now what, the damn 30th? And I placed the order on the 5th and I haven't gotten any communication yet. That's not right. So I'm waiting on my other order to come in from my backup vendor. I should get that order, please, Lord, by Friday. So I ordered just enough so I can fulfill the orders that I have. It's a good vendor as well, but I love the St. Lucian Sea Moss Company because they double wash the sea moss. And I also wash and soak it as well. But I just love that extra security of knowing that they clean it. But anyway, we might have to part ways, child, because I don't like no unprofessionalism like that. And this is like the second time, unfortunately, that this has happened where they haven't been responsive. But it's crazy. But anyway, yes, Betty, I got you. Everything is going to go out for sure Friday because I do either tomorrow or Friday, I will receive my other shipment. But yeah, I need to get my coins back from that other company. Demi says, oh no, that is so sad. I would definitely report as fraud. Yeah, I'm like, dang, y'all can't respond to nothing. Like I've texted, I've called, I've emailed. You're not saying anything to me. Betty, oh, you're so sweet. She says, no rush. I know it's coming. It was ordered during holiday rush. No, Betty, you're so sweet, but you should have it by now. And you would if I had the materials to complete it. But nevertheless, I'm going to do what I got to do to make it happen. Okay. I got you covered. And you know, I always add a little something extra in there when it take a little bit longer than it should have. But story time real quick, y'all, before we get into the Real Housewives of Potomac. And we're going to do like a quick overview of these shows, child, because I'm going to tell y'all, I really don't give a damn about these ladies on Potomac. They have been missing the mark completely for me. And we're going to get into that. So y'all, I want y'all to tell me whether I was wrong. Okay. So today I go to get my nails done. So I go to a shop over in Camp Springs, Maryland. Okay. The lady that I go to, her name is Angel. She does an amazing job on my nails. I had an appointment yesterday at 5:15, but I had to cancel it because my car, I was smelling like exhaust in my car. Like it was like smoke, like a smoky smell, but none of the light indicators were going off in my car. So I'm like, what the hell is going on with this damn car? So I called a Ford dealership. I set an appointment and I go and leave my car there so they can look at it. And come to find out, I have a hole in my exhaust pipe. So boom, I gotta go get a rental car because I had to teach my step class last night. So my appointment was at 5:15. I have to be to teach my step class at 7:30. In the midst of all this, I'm dropping my car off and waiting for a rental car. So I had to cancel my appointment that I had last night at 5:15. So anyway, I called the nail shop to cancel. I said, listen, if I kind of come in there tomorrow and like linger around, is it okay if I wait for Angel to get my nails done? And they said, well, we don't recommend because she's really booked up. Like, we're not playing around. She's really booked up. But you can go to these other two names. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And ain't nobody about to fuck my nails up for New Year's Eve. So boom, I go into the nail shop thinking, all right, let me just sit here for a little bit. And patience is a virtue. I'm okay with waiting. So I sit there for 40 minutes. There's a young lady that sits literally 2 seats over from Angel. So Angel is being the goat of nails that she is, doing nails. Somebody comes in, they like, oh, Angel, I'm gonna come back another time. I guess they thought they was gonna sneak in, and some black person was gonna cancel, how we do, things come up. So anyway, moving on. The young lady that's sitting next to her says that she would do my nails. So Angel had a customer sitting there. Here's where I want y'all to tell me whether I'm wrong. We're getting to the point. She had a customer sitting there. So I don't want to be that person that's like, Angel, girl, you think you could fit me in while the lady is sitting in the chair, right? So Angel says, go wash your hands. She tell the lady, go wash her hands. You know how they tell you wash your hands in the middle of it. I don't know why they don't tell you wash your hands beforehand, but okay. So the lady go wash her hands. So boom, the lady that said she was going to do my nails, the lady that was in her chair gets up. So she goes to go and pay. But that the nail lady is sitting there. So I say, excuse me, I know you said you would do my nails, but I just had to ask, Angel, and while this lady is not in the chair, is there any possibility that you could do my nails? Like, would you be able to fit me in at any point? I just wanted to make sure. Nothing beats a failure but a try. I figure I'd ask. And Angel said, no way I can fit you in. I said, okay. I said, you know what? I totally appreciate that. I've already made my appointment for the next 2 weeks and I will not miss that. But thank you kindly, ma'am, for saying that you're going to do my nails. So this white woman comes in and she says to the lady that said she was going to do my nails, hey, can somebody I need an extra nail added on, something, blah, 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 blah. So the lady says, oh, I can do it. And I'm like, bitch, what? Hello? You said you was going to do my nails. So she sits the white lady down and proceeds to do her nails over me, the person that has now been sitting here for 50 minutes, almost an hour. So I said to her, excuse me, did you forget that you said that you were going to do my nails? I've been sitting here for almost an hour. And she ignored me. So Angel proceeds to talk to her in their language. I feel like she was defending me. I don't know, Angel, if you was, that'll be reflected in your tip, sis. I know you ain't gonna see this video. But anyway, I guess she's talking to her like, yeah, don't do her like that. Like, you know what I mean? She'll pay. Like, she pays good money. Because I will tip really well. I tip extremely well. Better than I should at this point. So the lady ignores me. I said, you know what? Bet. I said, Angel, I've already made my appointment for the next 2 weeks. I'll just come back. I'm going to go somewhere else because that bitch is rude. I pointed right to her. I said, because that bitch is rude. And I said, but I will make sure I come back to you. But see you next time when I come in here. Because what you're not about to do, Luce, you're not about to do that to me. Okay, that is definitely rude as hell. And I know they be talking about us in their language or whatever. And I don't want to be that person, but baby girl, I'm the last person that you need to be trying to be rude as fuck to. I mean, you jealous because Angel does really good nails. And the fact that I go to her, that's my person. It's not like I was just like anybody but you. Like, I was just like, hey, let me just try. Let me just ask. So tell me in the comments, am I wrong for asking my girl if she could fit me in when I had the opportunity? I mean, damn. My flab was gasted. I'm like, bitch, I know you fucking lying. But anyway, y'all, that was the icing on the cake of the foolishness of the week. My car situation. Oh, and then I got locked out of my car last week. My son was freaking the hell out. So the car, my key, I was telling y'all about the keys getting locked in the car. Now I have a 2023, and when you leave your keys in the car, one of the doors is supposed to remain unlocked. So, but all the doors locked with the key in the car. So I had to pay for a locksmith to come let me in my damn car. I'm at fucking Sam's Club shopping away, waiting for the locksmith. And my son is like, honey, come on, we're locked out of the car. We're stranded. I'm like, baby, we ain't stranded, honey. We're going to be let into this car by the time I check out, scan and go. At Sam's Club, yeah, y'all just don't give a fuck. They ain't got no greeter at the door no more, y'all. You can just scan and go, pay for your shit and get the fuck on. Okay, they just like, just leave us alone, all right? And they don't even really have nobody at the door to check your shit. They got this big ass thing that scans your cart to make sure that you ain't fucked them over. And they got a person at that door to make sure that if you did miss some shit, they gonna scan it. Because I forgot to scan my water that I had put at the bottom of the cart. And the man said, hello, hey, you, get on over here. You ain't paid for this water. Okay. I said, oh, damn, my bad. I forgot. Okay. I wasn't stealing. This ain't stealing. Okay. But y'all, yeah. I had a whole lot of shit going on. Okay. A whole lot of shit going on. Let me see what y'all said. Was I wrong, y'all? Was I wrong? Let me see. My friend giving me the eyes. What I do for She said, laugh my ass off. She was hating on my girl. Let me tell y'all, Angel be booked up. Baby girl, she slays some nails, okay? And it don't cost an arm and a leg. Like, I remember I told y'all all that money I paid for getting my nails done before. I wasn't really the girl that would get my nails done, but now that I rather enjoy getting my nails done, right? So I ended up going to a shop by my house. It's okay. Let me see. Can y'all see this? Let me see. So this is supposed to be a clock. I don't know, y'all. It looked a little, I don't know. And this is a champagne glass. So, and they got a little glitter, a little razzle dazzle. So it came out okay. The shop by my house, I used to go there, but they don't really do very good at designs. But Angel, she hits the mark with the designs every time. But yeah. My girl Sweet Pea says, no, you're not wrong. Okay, good. I'm glad. Because I'm like, listen, I'm okay with being wrong if I was. But I just feel like that was rude as fuck. And I did post a story on Instagram and people said I wasn't wrong. So, I mean, I'm just checking. Just checking. Linnell says, no, I wasn't wrong. Okay, good. Thank you, friend. Carolina girl said I wasn't wrong either. Betty says, I will be having my phone on translate. Damn, Betty, you know what? I should have did that while they were talking in their language. I should have did that. You know what? I was thinking about it, but I was like, you know what? This bitch already on my nerve and I just cannot. I want to get the fuck out of here because I had my dad come over my house to watch my son because I was not about to have him go to the nail shop with me because my husband, being the amazing brother that he is, he was over my sister-in-law's house installing a shower head for her. So I needed to have somebody come and sit with my son. I didn't think I was going to be gone that long, but, thank God for my dad. He sat literally all of this debacle. It was literally a 5-6 hour process to get my nails done. Insanity. But my father had a good time, nevertheless, spending time with his grandson. So D says, no, you weren't wrong. You had to try. I've been going to the same person for 18 years. I know that's right, D, but I go to a day spa where they speak only English. Because D only do the, the high life things. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there with you, D. I'm gonna get you. Oh, let me tell you something, D. You right, Costco. I usually shop at Costco. I only go to Costco for the most part. But it was something at Sam's Club that Costco didn't have that I had to get. I can't remember what it was. I think it was this steak that my husband wanted, this cut of steak, and it was on sale. So I was like, let me go ahead and get this steak. And then since my car was locked, I just shopped. But yeah, Costco. Oh yeah, Costco. You ain't getting that in there without no membership. They got the little scan thing at the door. It tell you how long you've been a member, when your membership about to expire. Because they told me, hello, Miss. Oh shit, I was about to say my last name. Hello, Miss. Yeah, your membership is expiring in 6 months. We think that you should go ahead and go and renew that now. Huh? I got 6 months. What the fuck? Give me some time. I mean, damn. But yeah, Costco ain't playing around. You're gonna pay for that membership. Shop at Costco. Sam's Club is subsidiary of that DEI revoking Walmart. Yeah, I don't be going to Sam's Club like that for that same reason. Sweet Pea says it's cool, but they ain't angels. That ain't angels work. My girl is hilarious. But you're right. You're right, sis. It ain't angels work. Sweet Pea says, you know how I am with my nails. Girl, because your nails always on point. Okay? Always. You know how I am with my nail tech. If India is booked, I just wait for it to open it. Yeah. That's what, but child, it was so bad, sis. My shit was like, it was crawling off my nails, and it's New Year's Eve. I was like, I can't be out here embarrassing my husband like this. It was either, if I did not get my nails done, I was going to soak them shits off. Like seriously, that was at the point where I was at with it. That was where I was at with it. Like on some real shit. Costco is the bomb. Yes, Costco is the bomb. Now, y'all, I don't know if y'all have them in y'all area, but these blueberry it's like these blueberry muffin cheesecakes. My sister was like, you gotta go in there and get those for me. Go get the cheesecake. She said, my sister's so spoiled, child. Got people coming over to do her damn shower head. She don't want to take shit out her car by herself. People got it. She's so spoiled, but she's so cute. I love her. But I went and picked it up for her because she's spoiled. So I got them for her, and my husband took them to her house for her. But yeah, delicious if y'all can try it. Chanel Monet, what's up, friend? She says, hey, Shay Renee Online. What's up? What's up? I'm just here running my mouth. Y'all, and I will put timestamps on this video. So when you go back to watch it later, if you have to, because it is getting late, I will have timestamps on everything. Because timestamps are kind of my jam these days. I don't know. I love it. Sweet Pea says, oh no, sis, please don't be out here embarrassing my brother like that. Girl, them things was they was looking bad, okay? They was looking crazy. They look like my mama or my husband don't love me, okay? Demi Bell says, I'm waiting on a new Costco to open near where I live. Oh, okay. Yes, Costco is the biz naive, okay? It is the biz naive. The one in DC, oh my God. Sweet Pea, have you been to the one in DC? It's a line on Saturday mornings. There is a line to get in that bitch. Okay. And that's the Costco that sell alcohol. So I be going in there to fill up all my little shit for my wine. I have a bar in my basement. If y'all watch my video that I did for PBE, I did a video where I set up my basement for my paint event. We have a full bar in my basement, like a wooden bar. And then upstairs, I have it's like a small little glass bar. And then I have a wine rack above it. So I try to keep wine in that. But Costco, the only reason why I keep it filled up, because child, I ain't going and getting all that. Okay. I ain't going to the next store do all that. Sweet Pea says, oh my God, my coworker bought something to work. That was big back deliciousness. For real. Them things are good. Child, I gave them to her. I took one, but I was like, whoo, I should have got my own for myself. Sweet Pea 724 says, yes, it's like getting in free before 12. Right, before 10. We can only be beer, wine in Texas at Costco. Have to go to a liquor store for liquor. Oh, for real? Yeah, they got liquor and everything in DC. Okay, everything. They got the Kirkland brand for the Kirkland's vodka. Oh my God! Now listen, I'm a Tito's girl. Okay, I love me some Tito's, and for tequila, I love Casamigos. But I will get some Kirkland's tequila and vodka. Period. Oh, and I have Grand Marnier's equivalent in the Kirkland brand because I love to make me y'all gotta try this Grand Marnier mixed with peach schnapps and cranberry juice. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Okay. Delicious drink. All right, y'all, let's get into these shows. Okay. I'm on here telling y'all all my business. We 30 minutes in of me catching y'all up on my life and why the hell I ain't been on here. So please forgive me. Please forgive me. Okay. I'm on vacation for the rest of this week. Y'all gonna see my face at least once a day for the rest of the week. Granted, nothing else fucks some shit up. All right. I love y'all and I absolutely mean it. Okay. And I will be on here. All right. So let's catch up. Let's talk about the Potomac. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and share this screen real quick, like. And I will be on Patreon because we're gonna talk about that Sharice interview. We're gonna talk about that Sharice interview because baby girl, okay, it's a lot going on. So speaking of the Potomac, all right. Potomac, I'm so sorry, and my girl D gonna get on me for this. Potomac, it ain't been rocking for me, and I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like they are really on some. It's the storylines are just continuously fake every season, and frankly, I am just tired of it, y'all. I'm tired of the fake storylines. I'm tired of the let's get together and see, who we gonna attack this season. It's getting redundant, it's repetitive, and it's ridiculous at this point. You've got to stop. You've got to stop. So Sharice recently did an interview with Carlos King where she was expressing her dismay rather for Ashley sleeping with her son. Like, I believe that Sharice felt blindsided, if you will. She was blindsided by the fact that Ashley brought it up on on the show, like, oh, I feel like you should know we had like a little smooch, but would you be mad if it went further than that? And I'm like, girl, why are you so desperate that you out here fucking on somebody's son? Why we doing that? There is no way that I'm going to go and fuck on one of my good girlfriend's sons. I have a friend now. She got one of my good girlfriends. She has two extremely handsome sons. But I mean handsome, like, oh my God, they are so cute. Not, oh my God, he fine, girl. No. And are they legal? Yes. But does that make them free game for me? Absolutely no. And not. I've known them since they were in middle school and high school. Why would I look at them like that? I look at them as the cute little boys that look like my friend and her husband. That I went to their graduations and their cookouts and their birthday parties and got them gifts. Not that I'm going to have smooches with them. That's crazy and disgusting. So let's look at Sharice. Sharice breaks her silence after Ashley's bombshell. That was disrespectful, she says. I don't know. What is this? No. That ain't what I'm looking at. Hold on, y'all. Let's go back. All right. Sharice says, I honestly didn't believe it. One thing I know for sure is that no matter how I respond, people will take issue. I have not been edited to respond my real personality over the show or represent my real personality over the years. At this point, I am 60 and just want to pop in and have fun with this group of ladies. I don't mind meaningful conversations, but to flip out just for cameras over fake or petty issues is not my thing. Now, Sharice expounds upon this in her interview with Carlos King that we're going to talk about. Now, I'm not going to play this out loud because Bravo like to get people. Ashley Darby details her hookup with Sharice's son, who is 10 years younger than her. So basically, she just alluded to the fact that they fucked, okay? Ashley shares that she hooked up with Sharice's son. And y'all remember in this scene, Ashley was looking all fucking awkward or whatever. Now, Sharice's son, he is handsome. And I think modeling is a great career for him. He has that look. Like, he has that, oh, let me go buy a pair of Guess jeans or Calvin Klein boxers for my husband. You know what I mean? Like, he's handsome. But Ashley, let me say this about Ashley. Ashley number one, baby girl got daddy issues galore. Number two, there is some pedophilia going on in that whole situation, in her mindset, in my opinion. Okay. And this is what I'm going to break this down on what I mean by that. Ashley, on one end of the spectrum, you messing with everybody's daddy because you ain't had no daddy. So you wanted to go find the oldest of white men that could teach you how to ride a bike. It's like you're back in that little girl's mindset that dad left them, and now you looking for the replacement. So hence you messing with Michael Darby. Okay. And even the man that you were messing with on Love Hotel, right? Older than you. You could have ended up with Wale, the guy that carried the fuck out of you at what's her name? Giselle's podcast, right? Carried the entire fuck out of you. And I'm glad that he carried the shit out of you. But I think he probably would have been time enough for Ashley. But Ashley wants somebody now. She want to mess with younger dudes that she can control. So it's like now you want to turn into Michael Darby because he controlled you with his money. So with you sleeping with younger men, now you want to be in control because you haven't been in control of your life for the last 10, 11 years that you've been married. Hold on, y'all. I hear some people running around in my damn house, and I think it's my child. Let me double check on some shit. Hold on real fast. My bad, y'all. My husband just walked in the damn house and I hear little feet running around. I'm like, what the hell is my damn son up there doing? But moving on, back to my point that I was making. Ashley, she don't know what she want to do. Now you got this little bit of money. You got this coin that you got from Michael. So now you want to control your mates with it. But then you also want somebody that can match your energy. The moral of the story is Ashley don't know what the fuck she wants. So you done had this old dick for so long. Now you want to jump down and get some young, stay up without extra assistance peen. Ashley, all of your sick, conjured up whatevers that you got going on, take it to somewhere else. Take it away from your friends. You don't need to be messing with your friend's son. There is too much peen out here for you to be messing with your friend's son. And then for you to bring it on camera. I feel that was where the disrespect really catapulted. Because if this was something, mind you, Sharice said in her interview with Carlos King that Jackson would have never brought that up. He would have never said that on TV or been on the internet talking about it, whatever. Obviously, because Jackson ain't pressed that he slept with Ashley. He ain't kissing and telling. But Ashley don't have shit else to talk about on the show. So now you want to bring up the fact that you slept with Sharice's son. And check this. It's not even to Sharice's benefit where you let her in on it so that you can help her get on the show. And we're gonna talk about that when we go into talking about Sharice's interview with Carlos King, because also, Sharice, you got some shit with you too, sis, that we're gonna talk about. But because you do anything you can to be on this show, in my opinion. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the things that you do. But in this situation, if I'm Ashley and I'm trying to create a storyline, the best way for you to have done that is to at least let Sharice in on the gag. and be like, girl, maybe this will help you to get on the show because maybe we can have a problem with each other. You can be mad at me over the fact that I fucked your son. And, hey, maybe we can get you a flute back. But that's not what Ashley wants to do. You're not trying to put nobody on. You just on some constant bullshit. You don't have nothing to go. You don't have nothing going on. So that's why you're constantly picking on Stacey, who is Queen Unbothered. Stacey is the quintessential housewife. This is how all these housewives should act. Because Giselle and Ashley should never get away with the shit that they're doing. Not with a grown-ass woman. Because they would eat my literal dust every time they try to come with me with their little immature, petty schoolyard bullshit. Ooh, her breath stinks. Ooh, did she get a divorce? Did she not? I'm like, well, it's none of your business. Why are you worrying about what I'm doing? Yes, I did get a divorce. Next. What else is going on? That would be okay, so now that I've told you, what else? Because they just keep saying stuff over and over again to press somebody to say something different. And I would just tell them, listen, I'm not going to say anything different. So just let me know right now how many times we're going to have this conversation. Because it's clear you don't got nothing else to talk about. So just let me know if every time I see you, this is what we're going to talk about. I'm just asking. They wouldn't get away with that shit with me. I wouldn't be rocking. And I would still have some shit going on. And if I'm Stacey, I would continue to bring up the fact that Giselle has a boyfriend and she's not talking about it. The bottom line is Bravo, Andy, and all of them, they think that Giselle is hot shit, and she ain't shit. Giselle brings literally nothing to this show. I've watched all of Jamal Bryant's interviews with his new wife. He has so much chemistry with this woman. Giselle could never. Carrie Bryant, he absolutely got carried away. Okay. But yeah, Ashley, this whole situation with you, Sharice, and her son, girl, you can can it. Because you need to get off the show too. Because truth be told, Ashley, you boring as fuck too. Because you constantly trying to haze Stacey with Giselle. I would think you was in a sorority too. Like, you understand the practices. Y'all got to understand, we're not on a college campus anymore. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody is pressed to be your friend. Everybody don't act like Wendy. Got to be accepted. Now you in a goddamn lawsuit. Okay? Y'all got to stop letting being on this show get to your goddamn head. Because Sharice, you did a whole lot of talking in that daggone interview about how you got all the girls together and, you the one organized the show and they did all this to get rid of you and blah, blah, blah. And they ain't really your friends and this, that, and the third. Listen, while I feel bad for you, Sharice, you was with the shits in the beginning too. Until it turned around on you. So let's stop. Shout out to my company, Holistic Things. This is the Pineapple Berry Blast. It is absolutely delicious, y'all. I was feeling a little tickle in my throat. Drink one of these, knock it right on out the park, okay? But yeah, Sharice, listen, at the end of the day, you can be right back filming with Ashley. And with her raggedy ass. And that's going to be that. So this is Ashley's response to the whole situation.
Leaving for Pittsburgh tomorrow to go to my friend's New Year's Eve party. But then today, Corey came at 7 a.m. to do my hair. We have the Trans-Siberian Orchestra this afternoon. And then we're seeing the Grinch on stage. It's just a lot of appreciation of the arts today for me and the little Darby clan. So I just want to take this moment. I don't usually come to social media. It's not my thing. This is not what I have social media for, but there's obviously a lot of discourse about me. I will say that I appreciate people who maintain the same energy that they had during the season and the off season. I find it very odd for people who get all buck when the cameras go down. Very strange behavior to me, number one. Number two, I am a consenting adult, thankfully. consenting, who only engages with other consenting adults. And if we want to get into the nuances of that, that's fine. But consenting adult to consenting adult, always and forever. Okay. So that's it, y'all. That's all I'm going to say about the issue right now. I'm not one to engage on social media like that. It's never been my forte. I will be perched and ready sitting on the couch at the reunion. I'm happy for anyone else who needs to use this opportunity for their 15 minutes of fame. I'd love for you to have that. Enjoy that. I also can acknowledge and take ownership of something that I maybe did wrong in a situation, but what I will not take ownership of is a false rumor or narrative about me that is completely untrue. I abide by the law. I respect the law. I don't do anything that violates the law, and I'm going to continue that way. So let's not perpetuate that, because happy New Year's Eve. Leaving for Pittsburgh tomorrow to go to my friend.
Ashley, shut the fuck up. Okay? You, listen. You play so much. You play so fucking much. What? Why did you have to tell that lady that you fucked her son on camera, or you smooched? You had a little smooch with her son on camera, and you got your big forehead ass on here thinking that we were going to sit up here and be like, you know what? He is grown, and you know what? Ashley, she's trying to prove to us that unlike her castmates that's doing illegal shit, she ain't one of them. Girl, bye. Because you think you're slick. And I believe Monique removed that camera footage of your husband groping that man. Don't think I forgot. Period. So you do illegal. You that was illegal if you asked her to do that, allegedly. Girl, bye. Get your pen curls out and move the fuck on. Ashley, you are the most irrelevant, unnecessary person on this cast. Honestly, you and Giselle need to take a hike. They need to just they need to do so many different things with this cast of Potomac. Potomac is supposed to be high society, really, and Sharice had this right from what she said in her interview. Potomac is supposed to be the Black Beverly Hills, okay? It really is. People that live in Potomac got money. But the reality is a lot of people that have money, y'all, they're not trying to be on TV. They're not. They're not trying to get validation or be seen. So you got to get these people that's kind of higher than the middle class slightly, that need attention, like Wendy, like Giselle. And now Ashley got a little bit of coin because she done rode the right dick for enough time. And hopefully she don't blow through that taking care of her mother and complaining about it. So girl, no, we don't give two shits about what you talking about. Child, boo and bye. She ain't got shit going on. And I frankly, I'm just really tired of Bravo allowing her to get away with it. Okay? Tired. Dee Herfer says, I'm enjoying that Stacey is eating the girls up, but I agree about the fakeness. Jizzy and Ashley are dragging the show down. They are. Like, Stacey is really the only thing that's keeping it going. The only thing that I enjoy about the show right now is watching Stacey dodge the bullshit left and right. Because Stacey is like, girl, I'm classy, not trashy. I got money. Well, I don't need to prove myself to you. All I needed to do was get past the people that allowed past the P's like we used to do so I could get on this show. I'm on camera. I don't have to please you to stay here. I have to please the audience. And I please the audience by constantly TKOing the both of you. And she wins every single time. Keep on doing it, Stacey. Keep on doing it. And I'm going to tell y'all, that's Stacey's personality for real. Me and Sweet Pea, we went to the Kempire show. I saw Stacey. Actually, Sweet Pea, you wasn't there. The second. Oh, no, you were. Yes, we were there together that first show where we sat together. And I saw Stacey coming in. Her personality is just like what it is on the show. She talks the same, everything. She's talking to security coming in. They checking her. And she's coming in or whatever. And she's like, oh, do I need to have this? And this? She had her wedding ring on. That was when I was like, this bitch ain't never get no damn divorce. She's still wearing her wedding ring. That rock was gigantic, blinded the hell out of me when she was walking down them steps. So yeah, Stacey, she is the same person she is on camera in person. Okay. Ashley, a predator like her ex-husband. Period. Period. Okay. Want to drink from the fountain of youth forever. Child. Lee Foos, Lee. First of all, that is Lee F.U. Okay. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Lee says, hey, friend in chat. Sharice's son look like he eat. Lee. Lee. Not that he eat paper a little bit, friend. What? I knew Lee was going to come on here. Let me. Okay. And Sharice, the chia pet head, found puppy, only saying something now because of backlash. Well, there you go. Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that. Talking Ashley always lying. Now you say now you say that. Child, listen. Ashley full of shit, and so is Sharice, to be honest. So is Sharice. But Lee says, Sweet Pea, she definitely gives predator vibes. Absolutely. 1000%. Now he eat paper a little bit. Lee, I cannot with you. Oh, my cancer sister is here. What's up, Britt? Britt says, good evening, my cancer sister chat. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for being here. Erica is over here laughing at Lee. Listen. Lee crazy as hell. Okay, I loves her. Loves her down. She is hilarious. D says absolutely nothing. She's used to riding on her light skin privilege for far too long. Ashley is the new Robin. She is. Well, let me say this. I believe that Ashley would tell a story if she had one. She don't have nothing going on. Ashley has ridden behind the foolishness and foolery of her marriage for so long that she don't got shit going on in her life. When you are resorting to coming on here and making your mother, it's like she's pulling for strings. You going to your mother tomorrow, you gotta leave that man alone. Then you badgering your little sister, she getting ready to go to college. We gotta get mom to leave your dad alone. Then it's, oh, I fucked Sharice's son. Oh, Stacey's breath stinks. Like she's grasping at straws. She don't have shit going on. She don't got shit going on. And that's just what it is. Can't stand Ashley and her smirk. Get buck, child, please. She ain't doing shit. Yeah, Ashley ain't gonna do a goddamn thing, okay? Erica says, something that happened a few years ago, no life, no storyline. Right. She ain't got shit going on. This is 2 years ago. Why you just now bringing it up? Just why? Because Sharice been a friend sneaking into every little, coming in and out of all y'all little parties ever since the show been on. Hoping and praying she get that flute back. Ciao. Carolina Girl 28 says, good night, everyone. Good night, Carolina Girl. Please be sure to watch the replay. I will be sure to do timestamps. D says, Stacey is actually witty and intelligent. The only people that come close are Karen, Wendy, Candace, and maybe Tia, if she can get her nose out Jizzy's butt. I agree. Okay. I think that Tia can actually be a good housewife. She needs to stop falling in line on the bandwagon with Giselle for sure. Lee is funny as hell. I'm telling y'all, Lee. Brent said, go to the corner, Lee. D says, right, Lee. Sharice, not Scrappy, do. You know what? Y'all are. Lee said, y'all know I ain't got no sense. Go to the corner. I go, though. Oh my God. D says she shamed her mom and her sister on TV. How dreadful. Yeah. It's like, girl, you really don't have shit to do. You don't got nothing to talk about at all. But y'all, that's all that is with Ashley. She ain't, she should have did it right. Sweet Pea says her mom been with that man 25 years. She ain't going nowhere. And not. Just like Ashley, you sitting up here telling somebody who to be with and who to what. It took you 85 years to leave Michael. You was over there grinning and bearing those balls for years so you can get a coin. You even begged him for you to push out his two little crumb snatchers so you can secure the bag. You think slick. You ain't slick, bitch. Okay? You ain't slick. Child, please. So moving on from her, let's talk about Angel, y'all. Let me say this. Potomac, y'all gonna have to figure this shit out. You're gonna have to figure this shit out. You got Angel over here moving out of Airbnbs in the middle of the night. We don't understand why. People acting like she getting thrown the hell out. Let me say this. I don't believe that Angel is broke. So Angel by no means got thrown out of this place. I believe, in my opinion, that Angel had a set amount of time that she was going to stay in this Airbnb because she wanted to record for the show. I do agree with Giselle for that. I do agree with that point. That Angel thought, okay, let me make sure I can secure my space on this show. I do believe that she was coming down here looking for a house. If both of them are from the area, it would make sense for them to move here and raise their children to be around family. They have 2 small children. So now they will have support. Why pay support out in Colorado, even though you got the money? Why waste it when you can come down here and have family and have your children grow up around their cousins, right? I think that oftentimes people discount family support. Okay. So I just believe that Angel, the house situation, Angel effed up. She got caught. Okay. She got caught. She got caught with her hand in the cookie jar. You fucked up. She ain't really had no response when people were asking her questions. So that lets me know that you forgot about the date and you got caught with your pants down. And you got that house because you wanted to show off and you were making sure that you could film for the show. Because if you didn't have a house in Potomac or live in the area, you thought you wasn't going to be able to get on the show. That's my opinion. Now, Kiarna, as her friend, you should have why you ain't get your friend hip to what's really going on? Make sure she had all her damn ducks in a row. You too busy over here getting picture frames as gifts instead of rings. Now, we're going to get into Kiarna in a second, and not for long, because that right there is a sitting duck that need to go on out to sea. Now, Angel, let me say this, and I told y'all this many reviews ago. Angel is a girl that thought that she was gonna come on here and she was going to be lavish. The girls were going to be enamored by her because she has money. I believe that because she was a wag, whack and gullible for a man. That's what I call a wag. Whack and gullible for a man in the NBA, in the NFL. That's what you are. And you got on here thinking, oh, I'm rich. These bitches are going to bow down bitches because I'm that girl. My man gave me $5,000 to shop at the flea market. Bitch, what? Did you forget you're on Potomac? All these hoes are supposed to have money. That's why you on the Housewives. Housewives have money, bitch. This is a show centered around the life of the rich and famous. You thought you was going to come on here and mean girl it up with Giselle. That's what you thought you was going to do. Because that's why you didn't want to come after Giselle every time Giselle says some shit to you. You said, well, Giselle apologized, but Wendy, home girl. You over there coming for Wendy when Giselle is the one that was talking shit about you and called you a catfish. And Ashley's corny ass made catfish and brought it to this family event. You don't come for them, but you constantly coming for Wendy. You thought you was going to come on here and join the Mean Girls clique. You thought you was going to be a part of the Plastics. You was real gung-ho saying that Stacey's breath stank and this. You had mints at your house and shit. You thought you was fucking funny. And you thought you was going to bully Wendy with Kiana. It's not working for you, sis. You're corny and you're not that girl. You're not. And anytime you come on here as a grown ass, a woman that is grown at a very particular age, gung ho to be a mean girl, you need to get a fucking life. Let me tell all of you hoes that's watching this, that's mean girls, okay? Get a fucking life, because you're going to have the right bitch that's going to slap the fuck out you. Because you come to a bitch like me thinking you going to sun me, and I'm going to be like, say what? Oh, you thought you was going to come? No. I slap bitches for fun. Don't play with me. Don't come over here trying to sun me. Because the last thing I'm going to do is get bullied in fucking person by somebody. That little shit even the little shit that happened to me online, and you know what the fuck going on. Yeah, that shit ain't even happening. Because behind the scenes, you're getting got. I don't play that shit. I'm a grown-ass motherfucking woman. Ain't nobody going to be doing no shit to me that I'm not welcoming. And that's stamped. Okay? And we're going to leave that there. Angel, you were a willing participant in the bullshit. You came on here thinking that you were going to be a part of the Mean Girl Brigade, and it didn't work out for you, sis. Nobody gives a fuck that your man started and your man has money. So what? So does everybody else on this show, supposedly. So what? So what? You can't even read the girls down. You wait until the confessional. And I feel like you wrote your shit down in that scene at the cookout. Or whatever the fuck this family fun day and cowgirl outfit y'all had on. You are tired and delayed. If you do the shit that you do on the after show and in your confessionals in front of these bitches, you'll be a top tier housewife. And if you focus on the right motherfuckers, see, you came on here trying to join the wrong clique. And even though Kiana is your friend, you should have came on here as Switzerland. You shouldn't have been getting into her beefs. Because your friend gets picture frames instead of rings. She's not that girl. Now, Kiana, let me tell you something. Come close. I want you to listen to me, baby girl, when I tell you this. Greg is not going to marry you. If y'all go back to my reviews from last season, I said Kiana got a mouth on her. I told y'all that. Now you seeing it this season. I saw it in her. Kiana she's doing too much. Greg is also, I think Kiana is the type of woman, she's used to dating the drug dealer guy type because she needs somebody that's going to throw on the bed and tell her to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? So she tried to do something different with Greg, and he still don't want her. Greg feels like she too mouthy. She doing too much. She turning up over little shit. She's beautiful, but who gives a fuck? I don't really give a damn. I don't want to hear shit else about Kiana being cute. Who gives a fuck? It's a lot of bitches in Baltimore that's beautiful, got a bomb-ass blowout, bomb body, and can dress. Join the crew, bitch. Your personality sucks. It does. And Greg, you dry. You're a Poindexter trying to walk around dressed up as some gangster or some cool guy. And that's not you. So she's trying to doll Greg up to be what she wants him to be. And Greg is just a stick in the mud counselor, which is fine. Greg in this place looking at, now y'all know good and damn well, y'all had this man in here looking at rings that cost $100,000. All the $20,000 rings. This man ain't got that type of money. He was looking at y'all like, ain't now you gonna have me on camera and you ain't embarrassing me? I know you fucking lying. That I'm absolutely not gonna do that. The fact that Kiana, if Greg was buying this condo, right, that would mean that you never bought it. You were renting it. So you moved out of the house to teach Greg a lesson, but you ain't been gone that long. Your clothes ain't even breathed too long in the drawers in this damn condo. And now you running back to the house to him. What has he learned? That eventually you'll come back? The bottom line is Kiana and Greg are not y'all are not a match. Greg, she is not for you. She's not the housewife that's going to help you raise your children. She's not going to fall in line. Okay. She's not going to have lunches made for you and the children when you're going to work. Greg is Greg off of Married to Medicine. He want a sweet tea. He don't want no Kiana. He thought he wanted a Kiana, somebody with a little smart, little sass on them. He thought that was cute in the beginning, but after a while, he was like, after a while, crocodile, get the fuck on. I ain't got time for that. And Greg can't afford that condo and his house and a ring. He ain't about to max out his fucking credit for this bitch. Because for why? I don't believe Greg got the coins like that. I don't. Because it looked like that house that they was living in before. The house that Greg is living in now, that's definitely not the house that he was living in before. That looks small. So Greg must have bought himself a new house. Greg ain't trying to be with Kiana. Kiana talk too fucking much. She got a mouth on her. She do too fucking much. She always talking shit, mumbling her way into somebody's goddamn business. And then it doesn't matter if I get a ring because, whatever. And you know what, Stacey? I don't give a fuck, Stacey, because, you know what? Where's your man? Huh? Where's your man? Fuck that. And Greg, where we going, Greg? In this picture frame, you know what? Greg, you could have at least put a picture in the damn frame. I'm like, damn, at least Greg could have put a picture of the two of them in the fucking frame. I don't understand. That's the ultimate disrespect. And the fact that this jewelry store sells picture frames is beyond me. You go in this store and say, you know what? I got the perfect gift for her. I'm about to fuck them up with this. Let me get this picture frame. Child, I guarantee you it won't be a marriage license in that frame. I tell you that. But the reality is Greg is just not the guy that's going to buy flashy gifts and all this stuff to show his love. That's just, he don't give me that. Greg don't even look comfortable walking around in this designer shit that she got him in. It don't even feel like it fits his personality. Both of them trying to be something that they're not to appease each other. It ain't working. It ain't working. But child, moving on. Let's look at y'all comments. She shamed her mom. D said, must we talk about Angel, child? We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, we talk about a friend, unfortunately. D says it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't use a realtor to find them temporary housing in the area where they found them a house. Zillow? Yeah. Why are we on Zillow? Now, let me tell you something. Even though I had a realtor when I was looking for my house now almost 10 years ago, I did look on Zillow. But that's how you can tell a good realtor from a bad one. Like I had a realtor that would go and actually look at the houses first. God rest my friend's soul. Oh my God, I miss him every day. But he was ultimately I actually was the first house that he sold. But I loved his hustle. My friend would go and look at the houses before he even had me come to them because he knew what my criteria was. He knew what I wanted. He knew what my absolutely don't even show me that was. He knew the areas I wanted to live in. Now, the realtors that we were working with prior to him, they would just send me a whole bunch of listings, tell me to look at it and be like, all right, tell me which one you want to go to. No, I don't want to do that. If I wanted to do that, what do I need you for? I can go on here and just ask to see the house. So I don't know if that was what was going on with Angel and her realtors, but yeah, that's a mess. Y'all and Klarna. Klarna busy trying to make that ashy foot man marry her. Pick me energy, child. A mess. Greg don't want her. He ain't gonna never marry her. Go K-Dior says, go beg Greg. Not go beg Greg, child. Sweet Pea says Greg newly divorced with 3 daughters. He busy. Yeah, he ain't got time for Kiana and her shit. Greg got Kiana around so she can give his daughters free facials, keep the acne away. Okay. Caramel Kisses 1574 says, did I say the same damn thing? Looks mean nothing when the personality is trash. Exactly. Okay. That's why I said I don't give a damn about how beautiful Kiana is. So what? So fucking what? So what? I don't give a fuck about her being pretty. If your attitude is shitty as fuck, let me tell you something, black women. Okay. And I love me some black women because I loves myself. I am a black woman. Okay. But some of us have some shitty ass attitudes. And we go out here in public and we're taking out our, I feel like I got to carry the world on my shoulders energy, taking it out on everybody else in anger. We cannot do that. And Kiana gives me the type of bitch that would do that type of shit. I can't stand, and I've worked in customer service for 22 plus years of my life. I cannot stand when I go out in public and I see one of my black sisters treating somebody badly in customer service for no goddamn reason. And Kiana just gives me that type of person. So I could just see her just verbally assassinating the fuck out of Greg. And I feel like Greg be psychoanalyzing her and getting her ass back on the slick. So that relationship is just not going to work. Lee says, Greg said, I ain't about to marry this not chunky doll to show my love. Here you go, a Walmart picture frame. Child, right, because he probably bought that picture frame and slid it. I'm like, dude, did you ever store sell picture frames? He probably put that shit in that bag. Okay. I couldn't even allow my girl to open some shit like that on TV. Klarna is a big disappointment. Like, I'm sick of her. You and me both, sis. Tired, delayed. Astute Queen B is in the building. What's up, sis? Thank you so much for joining. She says, hey, Shay, Mars in chat. What's up? Thank you so much for being here. D is laughing. Astute Queen B says, bullseye. Lee says, facts. Okay, facts. I meant Chucky doll, not Chucky doll, child. I don't know what's funnier, Chunky doll or Chucky. They both hit the mark, okay? They both hit the mark. I think they meant Chucky doll. Oh, yes, got you. I think Chunky doll is funny too, though. Loved. What's up, Tyrone Phillips? Thank you so much for joining. So, y'all, the only other topic we had to talk about was Wendy and her mama and her sister, okay? Let me say this. I am so grateful, thankful, and blessed. My parents have been married for all of my years. So I'm 40. My parents have been married for 40 years. I was literally in my mama's arm, 6 months old. They standing in the justice of the peace getting married. Okay, I'm in their wedding photos, right? Let me say this, and my parents are still married to this day. I have not had to deal with a father being outside of the home or yearning for my father's love or, seeing my friends with their dads and feeling some type of way. I never had to watch my mother struggle financially. My father worked 3 and 4 jobs to take care of us. My mother did not work until my parents owned their own delivery service. From the time that I was 11 years old on up until they paid cash for me to go to college. up until I was 20. Okay. So my parents managed that business for a very long time. Then the economy changed. Things changed for them. They had to end up closing their doors. But throughout all of that, my father always made time for me. My father taught me how to play basketball. My father helped teach me how to drive. My father taught me how to ride a bike. My father used to take us to the playground at least 4 or 5 times a week. And this man worked. And to spend time with us, my father would take me to do his paper route with him at 4 o'clock in the morning when we were little during the summer breaks. He made sure he spent time with us. So to see Wendy yearning for her father's affection, I'm so grateful and thankful that I don't know what that feels like. And I say all that to say, even though Wendy's mother, I get it, her mom worked exceptionally hard to take care of them. I'm sure that it was a struggle, that the dad wasn't around and he didn't give her any money and this, that, and the third. But you cannot, he was a bad partner to you. That doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve to see how great of a dad he could have been to her. That bitter baby mama shit. Listen, as women, God forbid, I pray that my husband never do me dirty and he leaves me to raise my son by myself. God forbid he does that. It would be a total 180. This man is like Mr. Mom up in this camp. And if he does a total 180, guess what? I still got to pick myself up by the bootstraps and I got to make it happen. And bashing his father to him is not going to help me. So the way that Wendy's mother came for her, like, don't even this, that, and the third. Now, here's what I will say, Wendy. If your mother is so perturbed over the mention of your father in his life, his existence, why even talk to your mother about him? She would just be a person that I would be like, listen, Mom, I'm going to love my dad. I'm always going to want a relationship with him, but I understand and respect your boundaries. I just won't talk to you about my father. I won't have conversations about him with you. That was the only thing that confused me about that whole scene. It's like, Wendy, why are you even talking to your mother about your dad? If you know that this is how it makes her feel, you have to respect boundaries, okay? Because that's a clear boundary. Don't even talk to your mother about your father. Period. Now, clearly your father ain't shit because you went all the way to fucking Nigeria and he couldn't make time for you. But it's on you if you want to continue to try to make it work. That's on you. But y'all, that's pretty much the thing for Potomac, because Tia and her kids, her badass kids, that's the only other thing. Them kids is disrespectful as fuck. All of them need a goddamn timeout. And somebody need their PS5 taken away. The girls need all their lip bar products taken away. No makeup, no after school programs, no friends. Take the phone, something. Them girls got a smart ass mouth. Her kids is disrespectful. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They kids love kids to death, but them kids is disrespectful. And the fact that they don't give a damn about the camera and they just on TV talking to you crazy, yeah, no. All right, y'all. Let's move on to Married to the Medicine. All right, let me see what let me timestamp Married to Medicine in the chat. All right, let me do this. Hopefully it'll do it for me. Hold on, yeah. And then we're going to do 32. All right. I think I titled that wrong, but we'll fix it later. Oh no, that was real RHOP. Duh. These live productions, child. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. Let's get into Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine is another one. Okay. Married to Medicine. Listen. Simone. You got a lot going on. Simone is taking out her lack of control in her house on her friends. Contessa is jealous because homegirl's husband thought of her and threw a party for her. And Toya is just downright fucking disrespectful. The fact that Toya thinks that it is okay to invite people over to her house and to disrespect her husband the way that he does. And listen, here's the thing. Toya don't have nobody to go back and forth with, and Heavenly is just a friend. And nobody on the show right now is going to allow Toya to bully them and talk to them like crazy. So she don't have nobody to tussle with. So she continues to try to start shit with Heavenly. Now, when everybody was over Toya's house and Toya was disrespecting Eugene, not only did what's the doctor name that's the psychiatrist, her, Heavenly, all of the ladies, everybody was like, damn, Toya, that's fucked up how you treating Eugene. But you want to zero in on Heavenly? She likes to do that because she loves to go back and forth with Heavenly. You ain't slick. Toya is downright disrespectful. But here's the thing. If Eugene like it, who the fuck am I not to love it? Who am I not to love it? Now, I'm going to tell you this. That's why Eugene driving 4 and 6 hours to go work some damn way else, because he's trying to get away from Toya's ass. He taking jobs far away so he can get the fuck away from you. And you gonna keep on playing around, Toya. You calling, telling people Eugene dick small and this, that, and the third. Them RNs and nurses that got credentials, they gonna be in there trying to check that dick out to see if it really is small. And it's probably not. Or it's big enough for them. And it's more going on in that OR than you think. Or the ER. Okay? Keep on playing around, Toya. And you think the grass greener on the other side. These men out here not going to put up with your shit and put up with your mouth. And you keep on buying all these houses and doing all this shit. And let me address the fact that people keep on saying Toya don't work. Okay? Here's the thing. Why should she? Why should she? If Toya is a housewife. She's not a fucking doctor. She's a housewife. Why is everybody so hell-bent on Toya working? Toya is working with this camera in her face. This is her job. She's trying to do it, or what she thinks that the viewers want to see. She's trying to do her job well by arguing back and forth with Heavenly on TV. But Toya, I'm here to tell you, we don't want to see that from you, sis. You look dumb. But I think Toya is smart enough to know that this show is not going to carry on forever. And she's starting to realize, because she said in her interview with Carlos King that Eugene pays the mortgage, but she's the one that puts the down payments down on these houses. Now, you putting the down payment down, but in 2 years of being in the house, I'm sure that the mortgages on these houses have to be at least $15,000 plus a month. So if by the time you $400,000 down on each house, that's what she said, she puts the payments down. He done paid that in 2 years. So, okay. And you live in each of these houses for at least 3 or 4 years. So y'all, when are y'all going to, you talking about heavenly, she got wearing fake bags and this, that, and the third. And, and she talking about, and my house paid off. Yeah, her house is paid off. And he talking about, Eugene talking about, well, I hope it would be. You've been living there for 30 years. Okay, well, how about you stay put somewhere for 30 years? How about you pay some shit off? Because y'all gonna be paying a mortgage forever. And that's not the goal. You get a house to have property. If y'all gonna buy properties, buy other properties and make money like that. Buy and flip houses, Toya, if you love to decorate so much. Uprooting your family every 3 years, that's not good business practice. Because all this money that you're claiming that you're making on the move, you're not making money, because now you're spending more money moving and buying new furniture every time, because I'm pretty sure y'all not taking that damn furniture every time y'all go. So you wasting money. We don't believe you that these are your investments and you getting a come up every time. No, you're not. No, you're not. The bottom line is Toya is a housewife, okay? We the people don't fault Toya for being a housewife. Toya does not have to go get a job to satisfy the doctors on the show. Okay. But Toya, you do need to control your mouth, because what you're not going to do is talk to grown ass people the way that you talk to them. And the problem is Toya thinks that she can say whatever the fuck she wants to people, but she gets offended when somebody says some shit back to her. Can't nobody tell her the truth. Or she thinks that, oh, I tell the truth. I tells the truth. I tell it like a T.I. is. Okay, that's cool. But when somebody tell you how the fuck it is, then you need to fucking listen. And you breaking down, getting all pissed off, and now the party done. You want to kick everybody out your house and be rude. Now everybody can fucking get it, because don't nobody agree with you about the Eugene thing. And Contessa, you full of shit, because you took your ass upstairs in Toya's room and pacified her through that bullshit about who you want me to go slap. You ain't slapping nobody. Shut the fuck up, Contessa. You know that Toya was down there acting like a goddamn fool too. And you was about to sit up there and go in business with them if they in a building, sharing building space with y'all. And if Toya crack her lips open and come at you like that, how you gonna act? Miss Bodybuilder, how you gonna act? Now you gonna be getting in a fight with Toya over her mouth, her reckless ass mouth. Let me say this. Who am I to tell Eugene, hey, it's probably not a good idea for your wife to be so emotionally and verbally abusive to you. But if he likes it, I motherfucking love it. I don't give two shits about how Toya treats Eugene. Eugene is a grown-ass man, and he's allowing it. Do I feel bad for him? Do I acknowledge that is not right the way she talks to him? Sure. But that's a grown-ass man over there. And if he wants to continue to endure her schmooze, that's on him. That's on him. Now, Toya, what you're not going to do as a housewife is act like you just do so much. Your boys are teenagers. And all we saw you doing, here's what I would rather Toya do. I would rather Toya just dive into the life of love. Just be like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Yeah, I'm getting a massage, bitch. Yeah, I'm playing tennis all day. I do what the fuck I want. My kids are teenagers now. Yes, I have damn near a butler, housekeeper, everybody in here doing all the things. So what? I'm rich, bitch. This is what I do. I don't have to work and do all the stuff that y'all want me to do to validate myself according to you all. I got the money and I'm going to do what I want to do. Now, Toya, you really got that crabs in the barrel mentality, that black niggerish mentality where, success is shown through your clothing. You talking about Heavenly purse is fake and this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. These rich white people out here that got coins on coins on coins on coins. Yeah, that the type of money that transfers down generation after generation after generation. I guarantee you they're not worrying about what the fuck Heavenly Bag is doing. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you they ain't worrying about what kind of car they driving and this, that, and the third. They not out here buying purses and shoes and shit. Now, all of y'all that's buying these purses that's $50,000 and they supposed to appreciate in value, how quickly do these bags appreciate? And who's selling them? Who's buying them at double the price? That's what I want to know. If you got some bag that costs you $30,000 and it's supposed to appreciate, this is why I think all of this, follow me closely. That's a load of bullshit. They're telling you that. It's bullshit. Because if I'm rich and my bag is supposed to multiply, I'm the type of bitch that can afford these bags. This bag that you have that's supposed to double in value, I already got that bag. I already got it. So if I'm a billionaire and it's a bag that came out 2 years ago that was $30,000, and I'm like, oh, I really do like that color though. Why can't I just wait for another color to come out and get that one? You get what I'm saying? It's a load of bullshit. These people are selling people dreams with the expense of these purses and shoes and shit. Unless you ain't carrying nothing but a lip gloss in these purses, by the time you done bustled it around, tossed it around on the plane, sat it in too many chairs at dinner, that thing worn out. And if I get a bag that I can't barely wear, why am I buying it? I don't get it. I think all of that is a bunch of bullshit. Okay, says something about K-Gio says the only bag with that type of value is a Birkin. Right. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's bullshit. I don't think that these bags really have the value that people are saying it. I think that people are just saying it, but it's really not. It really doesn't have. Why would I buy a $30,000 bag at $1,000 bag at double the value from somebody that has used this bag? And if I'm rich, I already have this bag that you have. You see what I'm saying? Why would I buy an old bag for an old purse for double the value? It's not making sense to me. It's a purse. But anyway, all of that took too long to get to. Toya, you are materialistic and childish. And frankly, girl, don't nobody give a fuck, okay? I'm bored with Married to Medicine this season. Quad, listen, Quad, your man don't like you, sis, okay? He's getting a little too comfortable with being shady to you, calling you a big back, and Quad's body looks bomb as fuck. There would be no way that you would be able to play with me and say that I have a big back. Okay, Mr. King. King is acting like a peasant these days. And mind you, he has a kid. So he says something to the effect of, I've been doing all of this. I've been trying to avoid this all this time, having kids. But you have a daughter already. Why don't you talk about the kid that you already have? And Quad, if this man is telling you really that he don't want to have children, listen when people show you who they are, sis. It's really starting to give pay for play. That's what it's giving for me. But anyway, last but not least, Dr. Mimi and her husband Steve and their child with special needs. Let me start off by saying kudos, blessings, salutations. My heart goes out to every parent that has a special needs child. Those children, those parents are sent from heaven. You are. Um, I will not even begin to understand the patience, the time, the energy that it takes to rear a child that has special needs. I can't even begin to go there. A lot of people had a lot to say online about how Steve and Mimi handled their son when the son was in the back seat. He hit the daughter. The daughter, I feel like she kind of put 20 on 10 with the screaming and the crying. But people were like, they didn't like the fact that it's never okay for him to hit her, by the way. I want to make sure that's very clear. Um, People were upset with the fact that they made them hug, right? I'm indifferent to that. I don't, I can't tell them how to handle that situation because they're the ones with those kids every day. People are saying, oh, that's going to make her think that it's okay for people to put their hands on you as long as they say they're sorry. And, that's going to teach her that it's okay to be a schmused. And because her brother has special needs. Listen, just as the parents are learning, they didn't grow up probably around anybody that had special needs. So they probably don't understand. They're learning as they go along. And I can't imagine being a sibling of a person with special needs. That's a whole nother thing on its own. So everybody in that house learning. I cannot even imagine growing up with a sibling that has special needs. Just imagine what that little girl has to go through watching her parents have to navigate around her brother's ailment. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm sure that both of them, she's going to learn that her parents are learning as they go along as well. So I believe that when that little girl grows up, she's going to understand that, you know what? My parents did what they had to do or did things a certain way because of my brother's condition. And I hope that Mimi as a therapist is doing a good job of separating the two. Like, okay, your brother has an ailment, this is why, but in a normal situation, this can't be tolerated. We don't know what they're doing behind the scenes to make those corrections within their children, but you know, I pray for them. I pray that they learn how to navigate around that. And I pray that there is a cure for autism in some sort of way. I know, I don't know if this is true, but there have been parents that have said that basically doing your best to remove heavy metals from a child's body. Um, Heavy metals are in our system from vaccines, okay? Things like that. And I believe these vaccines that they giving these children now, them ain't the same vaccines we had when we was kids. Okay. So people are doing a whole lot of cleanses of their children's bodies, not giving them um, any processed foods, basically having children on raw vegan diets, sea moss gels, and uh, black seed oils, all those things, and giving it to their children to release all the heavy metals out of their body to help, you know, clean their brains, hell, clean their bloodstream of all this potions of foolishness that we got in our bodies from whatever that God knows they're feeding us. So I don't know if that works, but I have done research that, you know, that's what a lot of people are looking towards to try to um, relieve their children of the disease. But this is all alleged. I don't know. I'm just sharing what I've looked at. But yeah, um, there's that. But yeah, that's Married to Medicine, y'all. So we gonna mosey on down to Love and Marriage Huntsville Lane. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We ain't gonna be in Love and Marriage Huntsville Lane too long because I just want them to just go on and cancel it. Go on and cancel it. Because Love and Marriage Huntsville at this point, it's getting on my nerves. That's just what it is. It is what it is. It's getting on my last of nerves. Hold on, y'all. I'm doing the timestamps for Married to Medicine. And then if this works where I can do this while I'm doing the video, y'all, I have unlocked a whole new amazing thing. You hear me? You could think I can't type. It must be this wine making me feel slow. All right. Here we go for that. All right, let's get to some of y'all comments. Not was Wendy's mother did anyone think Wendy's mother was a few shades lighter, or was it her makeup? Child, Wendy's mother is a mess. Okay, Wendy's mother is an entire big fat mess. Okay, and yes, she does look lighter. I think she is bleaching her skin, which lets me know she don't love herself, because I love my pretty brown. Okay. K-Dior says, I really don't think Wendy did that on purpose. She was mortified and embarrassed. Yeah. Like, I think that Wendy genuinely just wants to, sometimes you just want to talk about it. You just got to talk about things. And she's very close to her mother and her sister. So those are the two people that she wants to share her highs and lows with. And they know the daddy, but they've just made up in their mind that it's just not, they ain't fooling with him. They ain't trying to fool with him. Toya and Eugene do the same ish every season. Why is everyone surprised? Right. Here's my thing. And you bring up a good point, D. I believe that Eugene is in on the shit. I think that Toya says, listen, everybody, we be all over the blogs because they say I treat you bad. So let's just lean into that. Let's make it entertaining. Let's make sure that we're constantly talked about. I know that it make you look bad for a little bit, but just know this just this TV. This just for TV. I believe they have conversations around what kind of controversy they're going to create around their relationship. That's what I think. And Eugene is with the shits. Lee says, a few. Wendy mama trying to look like Michael Jackson. Not Michael Jackson, okay? Oh, no, D ain't fooling with. She ain't fooling with Heavenly, okay? Heavenly ain't getting. Heavenly is not getting any tens from D, okay? D is not playing with Heavenly ever, okay? She always got that foot on Heavenly's everlasting neck. Erica Fielder says, yes, she did look lighter. It is sad that people feel the need to do that. Yeah, I don't understand that. I really don't. It's really not needed. Really not. But different strokes for different folks, child. Where we at? Oh, is Jazz in here? Wow, why did this jump down? Oh, that's me. Where am I at, y'all? Okay, I'm gonna have to skip down. I don't know where next comment went. Jill says, wait. Oh no. Child, okay, we gonna scoot down because I don't know where I'm at, child. Who said Toya had 5? Okay. Lee says Toya that had 5 forever homes. She gonna learn real quick if that Married to Medicine money stop. Exactly. And that's what I was trying to say earlier. Toya actually admitted, it was on one of the podcasts, that the show that Married to Medicine, she alluded to the fact that Married to Medicine is going to end soon. I don't know why she would say that, but she kind of alluded to the show ending after a season, after next season, something like that. I don't know, but the show will in fact end at some point. So you have to make sure that you're properly investing your money. Like constantly moving. If you are spending the check before you get it, that's not smart. It's not smart at all. But child, she gonna learn. I pray she don't have to learn. I really do. I really pray she don't have to do that. D says, like her relationship in this fertility journey, Quad is a fraud. Yeah, I don't think Quad really trying to get pregnant. Quad don't want to have kids. Quad full of shit. Okay. Because if she wanted to get pregnant, she would have talked about being artificially inseminated already at this point, or I don't know, freezing her eggs, something. And if you can't produce an egg, then baby, we just got to accept it as scrambled, and that's it. Love on his daughter. How about, why are we trying to have a baby before we even getting married? What happened to marry before you carry? Child. Jazz says, hey, Shay in chat. What's up, Jazz? What's up? She says, like the video, everyone. Yes, like the video, please, and thank you. D says, the vaccine linked to autism has been disproven, but healthy options can't hurt. Okay. Yeah, but you know what? They're going to, I believe, that's just my opinion. I believe personally it's linked. I think they're going to tell us anything to keep us forcing our children to get them. Because I'm going to tell you, my son's pediatrician, I asked her, what's in the vaccine? What's the ingredients of the vaccine and how can it help? They don't know what's in the vaccine. They don't know what's in those shots. These doctors are not being taught. They don't know any holistic measures to do anything. Everything is they are taught to a drug. The system is put together to keep us on pills and potions. Okay? Nothing natural. Like, all this shit is man-made. Believe that. Trust me. I became a holistic health coach just for that reason, because I just don't believe in that stuff. Hell, I might be Madison's mama on Beyond the Gates, child. And we probably gonna do, y'all, it's getting late. We probably gonna, you know what? That's what I would do. I'm gonna set Beyond the Gates in the morning, because I want to talk about Anita's diagnosis and just how the characters have evolved thus far. Because we already almost 2 hours in. Lee says, I was happy to see how supportive they were handling the situation as a team. Mimi had me crying, but little Savannah started tearing her brother up. Listen, she like, I don't give a damn if you got an issue. What you not about to do is put your hands on me, okay? D says, ever. Lee says, LOLD. Jazz says, yes, I'm here, Shay. Yes, I'm glad you're here, Jazz. Jill Hale 4593 says, glad you're back. I enjoy your commentary. Oh, thank you, Jill. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Jazz says, LOL, they move every year. Right. It's ridiculous. Like, but she trying to convince us that it's a money move that she's moving. Now, also, other thing with Married to Medicine, Heavenly, your son, you got to understand that yelling and screaming at people is not the way. I get it. You are upset that they didn't tell you what was going on, but you need to be mad at your husband, because the fact that he decided to hide that from you, that's something else that needs to be discussed. But Heavenly is a friend this season for a reason, because she didn't want to talk about those things. Trust me, that was strategic. I don't think that she was blindsided by being a friend. I believe she requested that. I don't think that Andy would make Heavenly a friend, because he knows that she the one to keep the drama going on this show. That's for sure. But child, it is what it is. God dang on it. All right, y'all. Let's talk about that stupid ass Love and Marriage Huntsville. But in the meantime, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna do these timestamps. Wow. Y'all go ahead and like the video.
Yeah. Work, 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 work. See me, I be work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. Come here for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, in the girl with murder, drive me a dessert. Listen to you lurking. Yeah. You make a like now you know.
Child, am I back on screen? I don't know what's going on with this intro. All right, so here we are. Love and Marriage Huntsville. I was trying to change up the media while y'all were listening to that. Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. Listen. Let me say this about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm not gonna go scene by scene because a lot of y'all ain't watching this shit anyway. Listen, Tisha, you're not that girl. You're not. We don't give a fuck. We don't. We don't. Tisha, you are not that girl. Carlos, I have seen your subliminals that you've been doing in your interviews, where you're talking about, oh, you know, and they leave reality TV and then they want to come back. It has been, you know, behind the scenes, people have said that certain people want to come back to reality TV, and you know, because shit ain't going the way they thought, the grass ain't greener on the other side, and blase blase. I don't know if that's true. I don't give a damn, because what they cash in their bank accounts don't pay my bills. Okay. We saw Monique Samuels came back after she called it a little check. I don't put nothing past nobody. Okay. I don't put nothing past none of these hoes. People can come back to reality TV over and over, 80 times over, as many times as they want to. Okay. And that's just that on that. It is what it is. Tisha, you thought that you were going to be the HBIC on this show. I don't know why it's making me put that in the chat, y'all. I don't really care about the StreamYard link, but it wouldn't let me delete it. Tisha, let me say this. Here's my observation of this episode, because we ain't going to stay on this shit long, because it's getting late. Here's the thing. Destiny in this episode, this last episode, showed me that she's learning that she picked the wrong side. I'm starting to see it. I knew that this was going to happen. Destiny is a Taurus. Destiny is a bulldog. She's not going to allow anybody to talk to her crazy. And I knew it. Destiny cannot be a minion. She just can't. That's not, it's not in her nature. Destiny has been playing survival of the fittest most of her life. Okay. So with her in constant survivor mode, her picker was off. She was in survivor mode when she was friends with Mel, feeling like, you know what, let me hold on to my friendship with Mel because she's there for me. She doing this, she doing that. But then when she came on the show, I think Destiny could sense that Carlos favored the Scotts. But she should have also sensed that that was stupid, because the Scotts are not going to keep this show going. See, the thing is, in reality TV, what these people that get on these shows have to understand is that if the audience don't fuck with you, the show is not going to last. So if you're constantly doing things that the audience does not like, you are constantly non-favorable, right? We're not going to want you around. Destiny didn't want to show her life. She didn't want to share any of her personal life. Reality TV just is not for Destiny. But now that she's on the show and, you know, Mel is gone, they need somebody to be the anchor. So Destiny is making her fairest attempt, her hardest attempt to try to be the anchor of the show. And she's learning, you know what? I can't put all my eggs in one basket with anybody on this show. I can't put all my eggs in one basket with Martell because hell, he 1 foot in and 1 foot out every day. Because you never know if Carlos fuck with him because he a damn liability. I can't put all my eggs in one basket with Tisha and Kimmy because they ain't got shit to talk about. And so they're going to force me to talk about myself. And I really don't really want to talk about a whole lot of shit that the audience wants to know, like why my marriage really ended. So I'm going to go on these stupid ass dates with these men that I really don't give two shits about and try to make that relevant. And all these hoes going to do is ask me about that when I'm around them because they want to deviate from talking about their own shit. Destiny is peeping game. And even though I don't really fuck with Destiny like that, Destiny is one, she's an attractive woman on the show. She's attractive. Her personality needs work, but I am enjoying seeing her opening her eyes to those guys. I am. I think Destiny is realizing Kimmy never really fucked with her. Kimmy don't like her. Kimmy ain't never liked Destiny. She didn't. Ever since Kimmy called her ex the chicken man, they did not fuck with each other. They've never recovered from it. It is what it is. I believe Destiny knows, and I believe Destiny thinks that Marceau and Maurice are doing bullshit. She just don't say nothing about it because she don't want to cause a rift between those Scots. Tisha wants Destiny to be her minion. She thought that, and Destiny also thought that she was going to be able to get out of the Scots the same nurturing and assistance financially that Mel was giving her. But she realized quickly, Tisha and them ain't got shit. Only thing they good for is a wing or two at Black on days that they selling food, because the people say they don't even sell food there. So you might get a free cigar or a little puff pass on a hookah and a martini or two. That's it. That's all they good for. Now, the people saying Tisha bailed her out of jail, I'm pretty sure Destiny had to give her that money back. I don't believe Tisha bailed nobody out of no damn jail. Let's be very clear about that. But listen, the bottom line is, Destiny, you're a fool. Sorry, not sorry. Your picker was off. So now you trying to slide back over into Fletcherville, talking about how, oh, Miss Nelly, you done hit me with my marriage. You hit me with Singleville. You hit me. But you was over there flip-flopping back and forth. Now, Tisha, let me go ahead and ragtag you real quick. Actually, hold on. I'm going to save you for last because I'm going to have to drag you for like 5 minutes. Miss Nell, come to the front. You and your lace front. This dinner that you had, Miss Nell, you are too old to be yelling and screaming at your children all the time. You need therapy and you need it quickly. Miss Nell is one of those older Black women that has that mentality that when I get anger is the only way that she can react to things, and that people should just be quiet and listen and let her vent, and you better not say nothing back. But if you don't say something back and you don't give her a little bit to tussle with, you got to argue back just enough to make her not look crazy. And to make it where she doesn't realize that maybe she's the problem. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of older Black women, especially ones that grew up in DC, child. It's a very much of a do as I say, not as I do as I say, not as I do. I don't care if what I'm saying is delusional, believe me. So what? if you have gone to therapy and you're talking to me and trying to make me understand what I'm saying doesn't make sense, or you're asking me questions to best work out my thoughts. Now I'm going to talk to you and say, "Oh, you talking to me like you trying to be a therapist. You act like you trying to give me therapy." No, actually I'm talking to you like a human being, because yelling and screaming is not the only communication that is effective. And you got to know that. See, the problem is Miss Nell wants Chris to sit there and yell and scream and berate the children with her. What is that going to do? It may make you feel good in the moment, but it's not solving anything. And that's what Miss Nell needs to realize. You're not solving any problems with your children. That's why they all sat at that table and looked at her like she was crazy. They like, well, damn, I still got to work with her at the daycare. I ain't trying to make this shit awkward. Let me just, poor Kayla sitting next to her, let me just be quiet, because I do work with my mama all day. I ain't trying to be arguing with her. I don't want it to be awkward. The niece sitting there, I got kids. I need this job. I ain't got time to be arguing with my aunt, and I need $30 to go to work next week that I'm going to ask her for before I leave out of here. Let me not even bother her. And so it's like all of them need her. And she uses that to take out her anger on her family, because she knows her family loves her. So all of the anger, all of the animosity that she has built up inside of her for all the shit that Kristen did to her, her mother dying, she hasn't dealt with the grief of her mother. She hasn't dealt with people that fucked her over in the past. She hasn't dealt with a lot of shit. She hasn't dealt with the Lexi situation, because I do believe that does bother her, whether she wants to accept it or not. I believe that she thinks that Lexi is ungrateful. I believe that she has paid out a lot of money for Chris's foolishness. I believe that she has worked hard to keep up the image that they have, how they live. She was really the backbone of that family for years, taking care of those kids. I believe it angers her every time she thinks about that stuff. But she loves Chris so much that she's willing to stay in her anger so that she can stay with him. Because to deal with her anger means that she has to deal with making a decision to leave him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a prescription for therapy. See, Miss Nell avoids therapy because she doesn't want to have to face those feelings. She'd rather yell at her kids and her husband, and she'd rather bully him into yelling and screaming at the children with her needlessly. Even when he was sitting there having a conversation with her, he's like, okay, so what would you like me to do? See, that's the thing. People that are irrational, that yell and scream and do all of that, when you ask them, what would you like me to do in this situation? What can I do to make you feel better? How would you have liked me to respond in this moment? How does this make you feel when I do this? They don't know how to respond because they realize I'm just being an asshole. I'm angry and I don't know why. They don't know how to express themselves because they just being nasty, because that's all they know is that I'm angry right now and I need to release this energy on somebody. And I want somebody to act a fucking fool with me so that I don't look crazy. And that's what she's constantly seeking from Chris. She wants validation of her foolishness from Chris. She wants Chris to sit there and yell at those children with her. And he's looking at her like, you know what? I love her. I love this woman. I need this woman. Because Kristen, they heard through the grapevine, Kristen lost his real estate license, and they done had to pay a shit ton of money trying to get it back. I don't know how many houses Chris really was selling, which honestly, also going back to that scene with Destiny and Chris sitting at the table with Martell and these fake ass blueprints. Didn't Martell have bad credit? So how the fuck is he building houses and shit? And didn't he? Somebody said that he finally passed the builder's license. Who took the damn test for him? Well, I'm glad he passed if he did. But needless to say, it sounds like Destiny really don't have any experience. Like she don't really have any clout in the real estate industry. So if I'm Martell and I really am selling a house or building a house, I'm not going to lean on her. It's like she just there to get a commission check. You don't have any leads. You don't have any clients. You don't have anything. We haven't seen Destiny selling any houses. So you don't really have any clout to sell this house. It's basically you just telling Chris, just share with her, just throw her a bone. No. If I need to sell a house, it's not about throwing nobody no damn bone, but I digress. Let's move back to what we were talking about. I think that Chris loves Miss Nell. I think he loves the lifestyle that they've built. But I think that she's a chore to deal with her anger. And I think that what he needs to do is he needs to push her towards getting help. He really does. He needs to encourage her to do better. Because at this point, she's pushing away little Chris. I loved at that dinner, I saw little Chris, finally start to take responsibility for his actions. I think that, and I told y'all, and he admitted it. Chris was this he was this star sports. He played sports in high school. He thought that he was just going to go move on to college and continue into that and possibly go to the NFL. He was popular. But once high school was over, he didn't go to college. He didn't get drafted anywhere. He didn't know what to do with his life. So he wanted to become a rapper. He wants to live off of his parents, but he really didn't want to do the work. He didn't really know what he wanted to do with himself. So now he's out here lashing out, committing crimes, finding friendships in the wrong people. Because again, he's looking for that validation, that valor that he had in high school where he was the guy. He was the number one guy. He was that guy. He was the man. Driving to school in a Mercedes that his mama bought him and didn't get Lexi one, that she still having childhood trauma over to this day. Okay. Now Chris is having adulthood trauma because he's like, God damn, I really ain't got shit unless my mama give it to me. And I don't know how to be a man. I don't know how to grow up. I don't want to go work at the grocery store or go do a everyday job because I feel like I'm too good for that. I'm that guy. I'm that nigga. My parents got money. Why can't they do things for me? And now that he has a child, he's realizing this is clown behavior that I'm exhibiting. I need to grow up. I have a whole life to take care of. Now, I don't know how long this epiphany is going to last for Chris, but I hope it sticks. I really do. And now he's seeing his mother through a whole new lens. Like, you know what? I'd rather sleep in my car than listen to my mother fucking yelling at me. And all of them have campfire stories about, you remember when mama used to yell at us for this? And I know she was stressed and I know she worked hard. And they sitting up there, all the kids sitting up there making excuses for why Miss Nell verbally and emotionally abused them with her words. Took all her anger out on those children. And still doing it in their adult age. It's not okay. Miss Nell, get help today. Stop avoiding therapy. Black people, therapy is not to hurt you. Go talk to somebody and work through your emotions, okay? Because this constant lashing out, yelling and screaming and doing and fighting people and doing all of that, all it's going to do is keep committing you to the system and you going to jail for trumped up crimes, okay? And I meant to say trumped up because guess what? That's just really to put the urgency and the understanding on it. Gather yourself, Miss Nell. Now, Tisha, let me drag your Oompa Loompa ass right on over here. Okay, Tisha, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you ain't that. And this ain't it. Okay. You think that the girls are somehow, and Kimmy, for you to be older than everybody and supposed to have all this women wisdom, you are dumb as fuck. You don't even like Tisha. But you are over here looking like the mangiest lapdog of them all. Your fleas are showing. It is time to go to the groomer, Kimmy. You are lapping up Tisha's lap. You are the doggiest, the most man's Tisha's best friend of them all. Put your collar on and find your way home. It's ridiculous. You sit here and champion Tisha in her bullshit. I will never begin to understand that. And Tisha, you don't even understand why you mad at Miss Nell. 1 minute you talking, the craziest thing that came out of this woman's mouth is that Miss Nell owes her an apology. An apology for fucking what? What are you mad about? Y'all talked about the situation with Fletcher, with the whole situation about, Fletcher, you got in Fletcher's face and this, that, and the third. And then y'all talked about the whole Martell doing this interview thing. You said you didn't want Miss Nell to bring it up, so she stopped talking about it. Everything is for you to block somebody talking about your reality. Yet when you get around Miss Nell, you want to constantly bring up the fact that they left LA early when we already talked about that already. We supposed to be letting that go. But you want to know why they left early. You want to hear her say we left early because we knew that Lance was having a baby. So what? If Destiny not worrying about it, why the fuck are you worried about it? Let it the fuck go. Ain't nobody have no baby on you that you want to talk about on TV and be truthful about. But when somebody asks you about Marcel going to Africa, when somebody asks you if y'all still living in the same house together, when somebody asks you about y'all being separated, when somebody asks you about that video that Martell did and that chick that he supposedly was cheating with, when somebody asks you about the picture of the back of Marcel's head, when somebody asks you about that white woman that was working at Black that was supposed to be his chick, when somebody asks you about Marceau in the back room allegedly doing narcotics and having threesomes, when somebody asks you and Kimmy about the escapades over at Credit One, y'all seem to act like, oh, where's the ball? Where's the ball? We can't talk about that. But Destiny, who you going on a date with? Destiny, who you fucking? Now you always yelling and screaming. You want to go into everybody else's shit but yours. I ain't never seen so many alley-oops and drags around the topic in my life. And Kimmy, you talking about, okay, and next with Destiny about, and you just proved my point. No, ain't nobody proved no point. You proved that y'all don't want to talk about anything. And you proved that you're cruising to be fired. This is reality TV. And if y'all main goal is to get on this show and just talk about everybody else's shit, y'all are not that interesting for people to deviate from what's going on in your life. This show is not the Biz Naive. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Tisha, y'all taking pictures in front of this, this new house that you think you're gonna be living in, and you hoping that these Love and Marriage Huntsville checks that I'm sure are very short, by the way, are going to help you get in it. I know it's cheaper to live in Alabama, but you might want to go ahead and start using your broker's license that we haven't seen you sell not one damn house, or have any realtors up under you. See, y'all like to play rich, but you're not. You would not ever be able to come at me and tell me shit. The reality is, Tisha, you jealous of Miss Nell. Miss Nell already has a manor. That big ass house that her and Chris live in, if y'all ever had a cast filming at their house, I know every time you pull up, your skin crawls. You just so jealous. You are a fucking hater. And you are a delusional bitch. You are a bitch to everybody that's around you. And the nerve of you to think that you have enough leadership skills for somebody to follow you. The nerve. If you even wanted to become a bully successfully, you're not the right candidate because you don't got shit for nobody to be scared of. You have nothing that I want to imitate or relate to. Nothing. There's nothing about you, Tisha, that exudes leadership or that girl energy. Nothing. You sat in that car on the way to that winery talking all that shit about Miss Nell, and then you get mad at Destiny because she don't want to join in talking shit about Miss Nell with you. Then when Destiny got out of the car, kudos to you, Destiny, for getting out of that car with them. Because that shows you mangy mutt ass bitches, I don't follow you. And I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Well, let me go and get on in this other car. Now, Trish, when you got in the car, they proceeded to want to talk shit about Miss Nell, but then they realized, Trish, we don't know yet. So then they start asking her about her life, never offering anything of their life. Let's move on to these baskets. Kimmy talks about her son. Kimmy, when you going to talk about your grandchild? When you going to talk about your alleged grandchild? Can I have some water, please? Thank you. When you going to talk about your alleged grandchild that you have, huh? Since Jalen is so important to you, he has a girlfriend now. We saw that. He's in a long-term relationship, right? When are we going to talk about the fact that Monster, that's what I hate that y'all call that boy that little Maurice is now living with you, and that you resent the fact that Maurice doesn't do shit for his son, and that Maurice really wanted that boy to come to the house so that you can raise him because you did such a great job with Jalen and he just wanted to claim it. When you gonna do that? Put that in the fucking basket. Put that in your pipe and fucking smoke it. At Black in the hookah. Let's talk about, did you put in your basket where Maurice was at 2:00 the next day? And why you woke up in your bed and rolled over and realized that your husband wasn't there and that was just normal for you and you didn't really think to talk about, hey, sir, where were you? Let's talk about that. Because I don't want to hear about none of this other bullshit that y'all got going on. I don't give a fuck about y'all talking about how mean Miss Nell is and how Miss Nell ain't going to yell at y'all. Miss Nell yells at her family. She don't yell at you chicken head hoes. She doesn't. And y'all did gang up on her. You did. And Destiny, you did jump in and gang up on her with them. Because at that point, I feel like Destiny was tussling with, whose side am I on? Who's going to keep me on the show? Who does Carlos like the most? He loves Marceau because he's a Libra like him, right? Their birthdays are a day or so apart. Who do I need to be friends with? But no, Marceau is turning on me because he's talking about a friend to everyone isn't a friend to you. Oh, yeah? So what does that mean about you and Maurice? Because y'all constantly are trying to keep Martell at bay. Maurice is constantly trying to keep Martell under y'all wing. He want to be friends with everybody. So what does that say about your brother? He want to be cool with everybody. All of these people on this show are full of shit. Tisha, get off of TV. This ain't for you, sis. You're not that bitch. You're not. Oh, that's good, y'all. My husband done brought me another damn drink. I don't need no more drinks, honey. Tisha, you ain't that bitch. You thought that because Melody left that you was going to take her seat on the throne. Baby, you don't even have enough ass to wipe it down and sit on it. It's a hole in that seat because it ain't for you. It ain't for you. You don't have star quality, and frankly, nobody on this show cares to follow you. You don't have shit that nobody wants. And what you gonna do? Go and find your mommy to fight your battles for you. You can't even read the girls down correctly. All you do is throw a fucking tantrum like a 12-year-old. You're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to do what I say. You're supposed to, bitch, we're in our 40s. Grow up. Why do I care to sit at a table and drink wine with a whiny ass bitch? If I was any of those women at that table, I'd be like, Tisha, shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. All right, what else is going on with y'all lives? Trish, what's going on? You still over there fucking with Marquez? What's up? You divorced, yeah, bitch? That's what I would be. Destiny, you still fucking with Will and his receding headline ass? Well, I guess these baskets was a good idea, but you still fucking with him? You know he only want to fuck you, bitch. Yeah, Martell said he just trying to fuck. What you gonna do about that? Kimmy, you know where Maurice was the next day after that, before that, on that DUI? Where was he at? Was he at that bitch house? What's going on at Credit One? If I'm Destiny, I'm asking them bitches questions. They want to ask you about your dates. Ask them about the shit that's going on in their lives. Tisha gonna get mad, but fuck her. Make her ass work for this check. This little check. Because what you're not about to do is sit up here and constantly be all in my shit, but you ain't gonna talk about shit. And Kimmy said that about you, Destiny. Whether you want to admit, believe it or not, Kimmy said, ain't no way Destiny gonna be on here and she just ain't working. I'ma ask questions. That's all. I'm gonna ask questions. Okay, Kimmy, answer some questions too. And don't try to pick out a big old dictionary word so you can try to confuse your way out of a conversation about what the fuck going on with you and your husband. While y'all want to get people to admit shit, you want Nell to admit that she left for Los Angeles because her granddaughter was being born or whatever. I want you to admit, Kimmy, that you are okay with Maurice being out here sowing his balls and oats in the streets. Admit that. Admit that he be allegedly out here fucking around on you and you okay with it. Just say that. Tisha, admit that your own husband can't stomach you and he don't live in the damn house, allegedly. How about that? The bottom line is Miss Nell has a lot of real shit going on in her life. And some of y'all don't like when I say this, but I believe that the Fletchers, they can have their own show. They don't need to be on here with the Scotts. The Scotts have absolutely nothing. It has dried up. The only thing entertaining about the Scotts is Marceau. And he can't do this. Frankly, he can't do this show by himself. He needs somebody to play with. And he also is not willing to be truthful about his life. I would rather him just admit, in my opinion, that he's staying with Tisha until them kids graduate from high school and he out of there. Or that he only using her for her credit because of them businesses. He don't really fuck with her like that. I don't think Marceau likes Tisha. I don't. If anything, this show is the only thing that's holding them together right now. And I believe that them hoes that he's screwing, they too embarrassed to say that they fucking him to come out and say, hey, I'm so-and-so and I fucked Marceau. They are embarrassed that they fuck somebody that hips wider than theirs and booty bigger than theirs. Please. Why would I admit that to the public? Just why? Tisha, sit your ass down. Wanda, while you out here trying to, throw your fists around at everybody that says your daughter's name, maybe you need to get your daughter off TV. Because if you don't want anybody to talk about your daughter, then your daughter needs to get off TV. Period. Okay? Get off the TV. Because if you don't want to be honest, you don't want to be real, you don't want to show your reality, get away from me. Get off my TV. Okay? That's what you need to do. We are tired. This show is canceled. I'm telling y'all right now, this show is going to be canceled. The people are tired. The viewers are tired. And I believe, honestly, y'all, I'm going to tell you the truth. I think Carlos is tired. That's why Carlos is constantly doing what he needs to do so that he can revamp his podcast, do all these things to interview the ladies. I don't even think that producing shows, I don't think that's his ministry anymore. I really think that Love and Marriage Huntsville has burned Carlos out. As much as he likes the Scotts, I think that he needs to admit out loud that they were not for TV. And I believe that he has learned that his show went in the trash the day that Mel walked away. The reality is a lot of people are like, oh, I'm tired of talking about Mel and Martell and their drama. That was really the only thing that kept the viewers interested weekly. What was going on with them? I believe that if Martell had have gotten along with Mel, really been a good father, stop trying to throw gator mouth in Mel's face, made an honest woman out of her, if that's what he really wanted to do, and tamed her, this show would have went on without a hitch. But no, much like a lot of cheating ass men that can't keep their dick out of every hole that they shouldn't stick it in, he wanted to have his cake and eat it too. He wanted to be in control of the situation. He still want to be able to be with his ex and be with the mistress. No. You're not smart enough to do that. You can't take care of both households. You just can't do it. That's the thing. These men that want to cheat, it's not like the 50s and the 60s anymore, where Mr. Bill had a family across town that he was taking care of, and he was taking care of home here too. And the wife didn't have to work. She was there taking care of the children, making the meals, and didn't have to worry about a thing. All she had to do was go and play bridge with her friends and go to the grocery store and, meet up with her girlfriends and do this. They ain't care if he was creeping as long as he was taking care of home. But nowadays, it takes two, baby, to make this life work. So what you're not about to do is be out here being a fucking cheater, fucking pumpkin eater. And I'm working too, and I'm in here taking care of these kids. You got me fucked up. And you fucking around on me, and we both in here working, and you not helping with these damn kids, and you not cleaning up this fucking house. I could do bad all by myself and buy me an orgasm. Got that damn straight. I could have me a revolving door dick. I have nigga come over here, break me off a little piece of that funk, and get the fuck on. Because what I'm not going to do is deal with your attitude, and you out here cheating on me too, and treat me like shit. Fuck that fuck nigga. No. Absolutely not. But that's all I got to say about Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. Tisha is a total flop. Please get rid of her. She thinks that she is that bitch, but she ain't shit, okay? Girl, you're trash. You're trash. You're not in charge of the girls. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Destiny is not stunting you, okay? And I don't even fuck with Destiny like that, but I fuck with how my girl is throwing you the fade, okay? She's giving you the stiff Heisman. Child, and Trish, you ought to do the same thing. Because ain't Chris Fletcher your cousin or something? Shit, hell, y'all could do really just get rid of the damn Scotts. Y'all could do a whole new show, get another couple on there, and y'all could keep the show going. Get some interesting people on there, because they ain't it. Because Tisha can take her basket and shove it up her ass, because she does her basket and she talking about how, yeah, I just love being I don't know what the fuck she said that was positive. It was a bunch of bullshit. Then she was like, yeah, and I love real hard. And so I have a snake in here, because when people, do stuff behind my back, it's just hard for me to just, be around them or whatever. You saying all this shit like production is going to say, oh, you don't have to film with her, and you going to be able to oust Miss Nell. Production don't give a fuck about your feelings, Tisha, but that's what you get, Carlos, because you allowed them to omit certain stuff. You made it, had them have it in their contract where they don't got to talk about this, they don't got to do that. So now it's biting you in the ass. So they think they can control you now. And you going to contract yourself right on out of a damn show. And that's that on that. Brittany says, all I can say about Love and Marriage Huntsville is hated it. Girl, you and me both, okay? It ain't gonna look. One day somebody gonna slap the shit out of Tisha, and then she really gonna see who in charge then. D says Tisha just the B. Listen, Jazz says Heavenly is a whole fool all the time, and Heavenly is running for a seat in government. Yeah, well, you know what? Let me tell you something. We got a reality TV star as a president. At least I believe Heavenly is smart enough to know how to handle things. She's done stuff in the community. She has helped people. So I'm not in Georgia, but if I got to pick who I would have confidence in between the two, my eggs are all in one basket with Heavenly. Lee says Tisha makes my ass itch. She is such a child. I see why Marcel rather be over in Africa, and I'm glad Kimmy and Trish showed they'll double team Destiny if she don't go along with what they say. Oh, Kimmy and Tisha showed they'll double team Destiny if she don't go along with what they say. Karma. Right. That's what I'm saying. Destiny is realizing her picker was off. Her picker was way off. So now she's realizing, you know what? I can't really be fucking with these bitches like that. And it is what it is. Jill Hale 4593 says, how crazy is it that Carlos King picked someone from another network to be the reality star? No one from his shows? That spoke volumes. Right. Carlos don't halfway know what the hell going on his own damn shows. He don't care about them shows no more. He's just letting them run their course until he can just do his podcast full time. I think that man is over those people. Jasmine Simmons Jazz says, I am looking still at it just to see that sad show that is Huntsville. What Tisha not going to do is bully Miss Nell, her or dry face Kimmy. She a whole cracked face and lip be. God damn, Jazz, tell us how you really feel. Read the girls down, okay? Jazz says Destiny is a whole idiot, period. The skies are just as dry as ever. My reviews for Huntsville are very low. No one cares about that show. Y'all go on over and watch Jazz's reviews. Listen, I got to get over there and watch the rest of them too. Listen, not a lot of people are watching Huntsville anymore. It's giving a bore. It's a boring show. It's nothing going on. Nobody is authentic. I'm so sick and tired of them talking about who transparent. None of you hoes is transparent. None of you. Now, I wouldn't say that Miss Nell is not transparent. She came on and talked about the infidelity and all the things. Y'all the ones hiding shit. Child, unbelievable. Definitely not productive. She needs therapy. Yeah, Miss Nell definitely needs therapy. For sure, for sure. Jazz says Miss Nell does need therapy, and Chris act like he's scared to say anything to her. Yeah, I mean, he's enabling her. And it's sad. Jazz says Nell gonna get herself in a mental institution. Yeah, she gotta get it together. Chris probably lose it fooling with Raggedy Martell, child. Martell ain't selling no damn house. That was just a scene. I don't believe he's selling no house or build no house. Jazz says, absolutely. She is angry because the kids need her for everything. Her kids already owe her a boatload of money. Yeah, and she just need to stop giving it to them. I believe that she gives them money too so that she can have something to yell and scream about. This is how she releases her rage over all the things that she's unhappy about in her life. And that's sad, taking shit out on your kids like that. Lee says Nell is just a little chihuahua. To Chris, he don't be bothered by her yapping at all. I think it turned him on. I think so too, honestly. I agree, Lee. I think he liked that shit. But I think he getting tired of her yelling at their kids since it's affecting them. Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. Faith is a substance is in the building. What's up, sis? She says, salutations. How have you been? I've been pretty good. I can't even complain. Hope season 1774 says, somebody took the builder's license test for Martell. Well, good. I'm glad his ass passed. He need to go on and get a damn job. Do something. Take care of them kids. Kimmy is capping so hard for musty boobs. Not musty boobs. Oh, my God. The boobs is musty. Musty boobs, Tisha. Tisha just does not make sense and does not. She just don't. Jazz says, I don't know all of that was going on with Big Back Marceau. Child, listen, I didn't know all that. Yeah, it's a lot going on with them, but do they talk about any of it? No, they don't. They constantly hiding. Brittany says, woo, child, my sister's dragging for filth. Listen, we got to talk about the things. We got to talk about the things because we can't just continue to sit on here and act like none of this stuff is happening. And they're delusional. We see how dumb do you think the audience is? It's crazy. Child. Lee says Tisha is repeating the same behavior she did with Mel that she's now doing with Nell. Chris Martell talking about her husband, but wants an apology from Nell, constantly being messy, then crying after. Yeah. How you gonna ask for an apology and you the one stir up shit? You need to be apologizing to Miss Nell for being such a fucking yapping chihuahua. Child, don't nobody got time for her, but good points again, Lee. Erica Fielder, 8134 says, love how Shay drags the hoes for filth. Boo and bye. Yes, boo and bye to you should be merch. LOL. You know what? I should. I'm gonna make something with it. I got y'all. Boo and bye to you. Okay. Jazz says she definitely is Brittany Janae. Just a sad case with them miserable Scott bitches. Yeah, it's crazy. I just don't want Destiny. I want her to not fall into that full-on trap. Kimmy knows she's an old mangy grand mammy. She wants to tell Maurice to come get Maurice Jr. She needs to. But I want them to be authentic. It's giving fake. Andre Shannon, MD Maid. Oh, Andre Shannon Maid says Nell Fletcher is stressed out. She is stressed out. Real bad. Real bad. Lee says, okay, get them, Shay. I would have told Tisha, I noticed you clearly ain't been going to speech class when you going back. Kimmy is the cooch still sitting on Captain Crunch. Trish had a hub and boyfriend. Boom. Okay. Bingo, bango, boom. Okay. Spitting straight fire right here. Let them know, sis. Like, what the fuck? I'll be like, bitch, what's going on in your motherfucking life? Y'all always got 21 goddamn questions for me. What the fuck it be like over in your house? Okay. What the fuck y'all doing? Brittany Janae says Marceau missed sparring with his crush Mel. I believe he does. He don't have nobody to spar with now. D says right. Erica says is laughing at Lee. Even right. D says Carlos is his own worst enemy. He ruined the show when allowed the cast to bully Mel and decided to join them. Yeah, he's an idiot. Ruined the whole thing because he felt like the thing is with Carlos, I think that he thought that Mel was more thirsty for fame. I think that he has been so caught up in this reality TV life so long that the Housewives, They are so addicted to fame that it doesn't matter what happens to them on the show. They just love the fame so much. The whole idea of Housewives is that you don't become addicted to this check. It's like you can take it or leave it, right? Because your life is so fulfilled. Your life is fulfilled financially. So it can't be the financial aspect. It's just the allure of being seen, right? But these shows turn into where now I need this financial aspect of my life because putting my family life on Front Street has now caused me to be divorced. So now I'm on here chitlin circuiting it up so that I can stay my ass on this show and get this check. Jigabooing. Okay? And that's what these women resort to. But Kimmy and Tisha are sitting on their throne of, I'm just not going to do shit. I ain't going to talk about shit. I'm going to collect the check. It just don't work that way. Chrissy365 Fabulous says, Shay, I heard Monster is not living with Kimmy anymore. His mother came and got him back because he wasn't happy. Good for her. Good for Kiowa. Come and get your baby. Because this was supposed to be his senior year, I believe, last year. Yeah, get your baby. Because what you're not about to do is have my son down here getting in all types of trouble. He's unhappy. His father ain't around. He want to play good daddy, and he's not. And Kimmy half-ass don't care because her son is grown. And they not communicating. And Kimmy over here baby talking and whatnot. And ain't shit getting solved over here. And Monster just caught in the rapture between the two of their delusion. Yeah, get your kid. I'm glad. I hope she did do that. Jazz says exactly. Kimmy got big balls to be talking all that shit. Nell got money, and also Storm had money too. It seems like, yeah, exactly. That's one thing they did really have the lifestyle that those two want. I don't know if Kimmy really craves to have a big old house and look the part. I think that's Tisha that really is like the perpetrator. I think Kimmy just want her husband to stop cheating. But at this point, I don't think she really give a fuck. D says, I agree. If Mel and Martell kept that Destin trip energy going, this would have been a different show. Yeah, absolutely. 1000%, D. You hit the nail on the head. Lee says, right to Erica. Andre Shannon says, Carlos King can turn the pettiness off. Yeah. He needs to do something and turn on the reality in Love and Marriage Huntsville. Inez Martin, what's up? She's in the building. Oh, one. She says, I agree. Thank you for being here, friend. D says, I heard that too. Chrissy 365 Fabulous. Oh, what you hear? Let me go back. Monster. Oh, that Monster's not living. Okay, yeah. Carlos King can turn off the pettiness. Jazz says exactly. Jazz says, I love Mel. Yeah, Mel, I don't know, they definitely missing her on this show, for sure. Jazz says, period. Mel said, hit the road, Jack, to Martell. Right. She was tired of his bull ass. Destiny says she's about tired of being fake with them Scots. Listen, you was ready to do it before when you thought it was going to benefit you. Andre Shannon says, Destiny, you do not have law. You do not have a law degree. You date Nell Fletcher's sons. Child. Destiny don't know what she want to do. She want to date the son, the cousin, the friend. It's just, she's from Huntsville. She's small. And I don't even think Destiny is attracted to any of those men. I don't think she's attracted to any of them. If I think she liked Lance, but Lance might be a little too little for her. I don't know. I think she just likes the idea of, Lee said, not musty boobs. That was hilarious. I just think that she likes the idea of being involved in something. That's what I think. Destiny, another one that got a lot of trauma that she need to deal with. But, whatever. Maybe her and Miss Nell will sit on the couch together some damn way. Andre Shannon says, Destiny cannot have both ways. Nell Fletcher was your mentor. What kind of woman are you? Exactly. But Destiny ain't loyal to nobody. She's loyal to herself. Andre Shannon says, Carlos pitched Love and Marriage Huntsville on OWN Network. Yeah, he did, but he single-handedly ruined it on network too, chair. It's a mess. Nell Fletcher owns a daycare center. Yes, she does. She absolutely does. So she don't really need any approval from them other women on the show. Jazz says, I'm definitely going to buy the merch when you put some out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all really do encourage me to do all the things. It's funny that y'all are saying that because I have a Cricut and I've been like, I need to replace the bar or the rubber ball on the bar. And I've been like, should I just get another Cricut? But I'm just like, what am I going to do with it if I do? So I guess that's just God putting the word through the people. So I need to go on and invest in and get it done. Caramel Kisses L1524 says Mel chose her integrity and she's not used to that. Yeah. People are not used to that in general on these reality TV shows. They feel like everybody is supposed to choose the glitz and the glam and the fame over all. And, you know, if you have a powerful enough audience, you have to make your audience work for you, right? In a way that is mutually beneficial. You know, Mel provides people hope on her live. She gives business advice. She, you know, does things to help people to make money, and they make her money with buying her products. But her products also are good. People aren't just buying it because she's Mel. It's actually a good product. Inez Martin says, love your commentary on point. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you too, Inez Martin. I love when you come in the chat. Jasmine Simmons says, absolutely, Maurice Jr. was never happy. He's a whole TV dad. Maurice yellow lemon head. Not his lemon head ass. Annette Holden 183 says, hey, from California. Hey, from Maryland. What's up, Annette? Thank you for joining us. Andre Shannon says, Melody still have to deal with her ex-husband. She moved on onto Hill Harper, who has a law degree. I don't know about that. I don't think she dating Hill Harper. She's not with Hill Harper. They're just friends. So yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get on up out of here. We've been on here for 2 hours and 46 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these timestamps for y'all. And I will be on, I promise y'all, I will be on in the morning so we can talk about Beyond the Gates. Because I ain't got to go to work, y'all. I ain't got nothing else to do. So I can come on here and do that for you. Okay. So let's just get on up here. What we say about 9 o'clock for us to talk about Beyond the Gates. I got to get up, make my baby's breakfast, and we can do that. So thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this show with us too. I appreciate y'all for everything that y'all have done for me in 2025 and everything that we're going to do for each other in 2026. All right. We got to claim the blessings in advance. All right. Thank y'all so much. Have a good night. Love you. Mean it. Peace out.